Tide Bearcats. Before we start tonight's contest, we'd like to introduce you to the 2017-18 homecoming quarter for Williamson Senior High School.
2017. Tonight we're live from small
First, we have Mary and Tuna.
Host the Mustangs of Southwestern. This is Ron Rubin along with my partner.
Mary is escorted by her physics teacher, Mr. Tarman.
66 degrees under clear skies, could not be better.
She would like to pursue a career in either dermatology or neurology and possibly join the Peace Corps. So Mary and Tuna, ladies and gentlemen.
And really flying high with an explosive offense. First year coach Chris Heilman, 2-5, just 1-3 in the league. I don't know if folks expected them to be world beaters, but I think if you ask folks, they were.
Next we have YAIAA Bank.
The home team, William Penn, 6-1. Their only blemish is to.
YAIAA is being escorted by his mother, Erica Sweeney, and his father, Damon Bank.
Southwest, who had a very tough
Damon would like to continue, I apologize, Damir would like to continue his education as he graduates from Williamson Senior High School in college and just enjoy the life. Damir Banks, ladies and gentlemen.
So we've seen this before where there's a team that's kind of back against.
Next we have YAIAA Big Coach.
On paper, it's heavy favorites. This is why we play the game. Come out here.
YAIAA is being escorted by her mother, Laquetta Coach, and her father, Sylvester Diggs. YAIAA would like to attend college and major in criminal justice.
He's got 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown against Gettysburg and 99-yard kickoff return for a TD against Carlisle. So he is a guy that
YAIA's big coach, ladies and gentlemen.
Excite his team and excite the players.
Next we have Noah Diaston.
Both these teams. So who knows what we'll see tonight?
Noah is being escorted by his parents, Joseph and Angela Diaston.
It's homecoming for York High, so it's a visiting.
Upon graduation, Noah plans to attend York College and major in secondary education with a focus in mathematics. Noah Diaston, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be ready to roll on that dance. Just got to stretch a little bit.
Yeah. This is the high school football game of the week.
Next we have Chris Lenny Disla.
It's homecoming at York High, and the court is being announced now.
Chris Lenny is being escorted by her father. Chris Lenny would like to eventually pursue a master's degree and become a orthodontist. Chris Lenny Disla, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to sleep, wake up again, go work out in the afternoon, work out at night again, go to heavyweight in the afternoon, go all that down.
Next we have Khalid Dorsey.
Into a new sport.
Khalid is being escorted by his mother and his brother, Latrell Anderson.
Yeah! Yeah!
Khalid plans to attend college upon graduation and to continue playing football at the next level. Khalid Dorsey, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah! Yeah, baby!
Next we have Isis Mabel. Isis is being escorted by her mother, Kendra Castro, her father, Davon Mabel, and her stepfather, Juan Castro. Upon graduation, Isis would like to join the military and become a registered nurse. Isis Mabel, ladies and gentlemen. Next we have Marquis Franklin.
Welcome back to our Flying Feet.
Marquis is being escorted by his father, Jermaine Franklin. Upon graduation, Marquis would like to join the National Guard and eventually attend college.
Southwestern. Coach Chris
Marquis Franklin,
you
ladies
come
and
into
gentlemen.
this game with a 2-5 record. You've played a very tough schedule so far, so those losses are the high caliber teams. Talk about your season thus far, how it's gone.
Next we have Alexander Santiago.
How have you kept them on task through early adversity?
You know, as you said, we have
Alexander is being escorted by her father, Rob Zamont.
so far we're going to play one tonight again in New York. The biggest thing I told our kids and try to keep them going in the right direction.
Alexander would like to eventually pursue a career in dance and go to college.
I wasn't in anybody.
Alexander Santiago, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's been an interesting first year trying to keep these kids on task and focused, like I said. But
Next we have Kyrie Jenneret.
I'm very proud of
Hey, I remember I was senior night. She came late. That was senior night.
Tonight you face an explosive offense. What's the focus on defense?
Kyrie is being escorted by his mother, Carrie Henderson, and his father, John Jenneret. Kyrie will be attending Lincoln University upon graduation from William Penn and majoring in business management.
Joining us his first year, head coach of Southwestern, Chris Holland.
Kyrie Jenneret, ladies and gentlemen.
On the ground, you
Then the Saturday night game, we did it. I mean, that's long.
should we anticipate
The line.
talk a little bit about
Next we have Raynika Price.
You know, our goal and our focus is every emphasis on football.
I just took one.
Raynika is being escorted by her mother, Janika Smith. Raynika's plans for after high school are undecided at this time. Raynika Price, ladies and gentlemen. Next we have Stephen Matheson. Stephen is being escorted by his mother, Paulette Reed, his aunt Sharon Reed, his aunt Shelley Reed, and his uncle Raymond Reed. Stephen plans to attend Norfolk State University upon graduating from William Penn Senior High School. Stephen Matheson, ladies and gentlemen. Next we have Tiara Wilson.
Making sure that they have to drive into our school district.
VA's head coach.
Being escorted by her parents, Ravelle and Larissa Wilson.
Congratulations on the head coach position and best of luck going forward.
Thank you very much.
Upon graduation, Tiara would like to be a successful 3D animation artist.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent
Tiara
Orthopedics
Wilson,
for
ladies and
immediate
gentlemen.
care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2017-2018 William Penn Senior High School homecoming tour.
This matchups are all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the Club when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android mobile
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to announce the King and Queen for the 2017-2018 homecoming tour.
Sports Radio 1350
The 2017-18 Queen is none other than Isis Mabel.
Southwestern visited William Penn. Our coach will be brought to you by Game Time PA. Joining us is head coach William Penn, Russ Stoner.
And your 2017-2018 King is Khalid Seymour Dorsey.
They won a 3-straight division game. Talk about your season from this point.
Well, obviously, we're pleased with where we're sitting. The Red Line game was, I think, probably something a little bit more of a blessing in disguise.
Students, stay tuned for the Prince and Princess to be announced tomorrow at the homecoming
so,
game.
Obviously, we're happy sitting at 6-1, but for us, it's not finished. We want to try to get these last three and put ourselves in a good position playoff-wise.
Offensively, you are plentiful playmakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more big round of applause for your 2017-2018 king and queen along with the rest of the homecoming court.
It says, hey, we're ball X amount of times, we're throw the ball X amount of times. We're going to do whatever it takes to try to win a football game.
He is head coach of William Penn Russ Stoner. Defensively, you face a run-heavy Mustang offense. What do you need to do to be successful tonight when Southwestern has the ball?
We have to stop the Shaw kid. The Shaw kid's a pretty good football player, gas kid. We obviously have to stop the run, and then, I know they're going to take shots with Wolfie number 7 and number 1. They're both 6'3", 6'4" outside receivers, so I know they're going to take shots there. So, we got to try to limit their big play capability, and we just got to rally to the football and play aggressive Bearcat football.
You face a 2-5 Southwest team tonight, a winless New Oxford team next week. Then you face perennial foe in Central York, who currently is 4-0 in league play. What was the message to the players this week, and how do you keep them focused and not looking ahead?
There's no secret. I've told everybody since I've been coaching that we want to win them all. So we talk about the Central game. We talk about the New Oxford game. We obviously talk about the Southwestern game. So, honestly, they all know that in order to have a big game against Central York 2 weeks from now, they've got to take care of business here tonight and next week. So it's not hard to keep them focused. They're very focused. They're determined, and I'm excited to see them play later.
He is head coach Russ Stoner of William Penn. Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you very much.
Coach's interview is brought to you by Game Time PA. Stay tuned for more pregame coverage after this break.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice is top priority as we provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile. Orthodontics.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30 LMX.
There's one place. High school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And welcome back to Small Athletic Field at York High. We're on, well, actually not at York High, Small Athletic Field in downtown. And our Flying Feet pregame showtime now for Hunters Hill Ortho. Look around, we're ready for Southwestern and York High tonight. And some other games going on in Division 1. Northeastern 3-0 and 0-3 in the league. They won their first 3 and on a slide since at Spring Grove. The Rockets struggling 1-6 and 1-3. That's out at Papermaker Stadium. What do you think, Garrett?
We saw Northeastern playing at their place against Red Lion, and they played a much better game than we saw them play the week before. They were much improved in just 1 week's time. See if that growth through the season continues tonight at Spring Grove.
Alrighty. Also in D1, Red Lion, Panthers 5-2 overall, 4-0 in the league. Red Lion undefeated, 7-0, 4-0. It's a real key contest tonight.
Talk about it. This is the battle for the Regents in the division. Big game there for the Red Lion.
Okay. Well, and New Oxford at Dallastown, the Colonials struggling. They're 0-7. Wildcats 5-2, 3-1, still very much in this.
Absolutely, Dallastown needs to stick to their game plan, stick to the execution. Not look ahead of this game against New Oxford, come out on top and division.
All right, in D2 tonight. West York at Susquehannock. The Bulldogs have won 2 in a row after the 0-5 start of Hastings of Suburban last week. Susky, though, 5-2 and 3-0. They're looking for that division championship and also in the district playoffs.
Susky, Warriors, much improved this year. Look for them to continue that success tonight against the Bulldogs.
Dover, 4-3, 3-0 at Suburban, 1-6, 0-3. Dover still tied for the division lead. They have to recover. They gave up 69 points last week to Conrad Weiser in a long league game.
Dover should take care of business, but if They let York Suburban hang around. Watch out.
Eastern at Kennerdale. Eastern 2-5, 1-3 in the league. The Rams are 3-4 and 1-3. That's down at Kennerdale.
Kennerdale, another team much improved this year. They continue that growth.
Gettysburg 4-3, 2-2 in the league. Non-conference game. They're at Daniel Boone.
I think Gettysburg will win that game. Daniel Boone will a little bit of as opposed to the last couple of years.
All right, D3. We'll save our big ones for last. Let's go. York Tech. They're winless, 0-7 at Hanover. The Nighthawks 3-4, 1-3.
Nighthawks stick to the game plan, execution. They should come out on top.
All right, Littlestown 6-1, 3-1 in the league. At Big River, Buccaneers 1-6.
Same with Littlestown. Stick to the game plan, execution. Come out on top.
All right, DeLone Catholic hanging in there. They still have the 2 spot in the district standings right now. AA 5-2, 2-2 on the road at Fairfield. The Green Knights are better. They're 5-3, 2-2.
Same with DeLone. They stick to mixed up.
All right.
DeLone 5-2. Yeah. Fairfield. I think Fairfield will give them a fight, but I think DeLone outlast the Knights.
All right, and the big one, York Catholic 5-2, 3-1 at Bermudian. York Catholic got a win over Littlestown. That was huge. Bermudian 6-1, 4-0. They're in the catbird seat right now in Division 3.
Interesting for sure. And Bermudian didn't seem like they were as strong as they have been the last couple of years. I still believe that, but hey, they're still 6-1. Saying a lot about them 4-0 in conference. Interesting game to watch.
All right, that's our Hunter Hill Ortho look around the league as we get ready for York High and the Southwestern. It's homecoming. We've got the winners. Where are they, Gareth? Who are Queen and King tonight?
Our queen, most important, Isis Mabel.
All right.
Beautiful Isis Mabel. Congratulations to her. And our king, who we'll see dancing out on the field tonight, is impressive running back.
All right, the homecoming king and queen here.
Going to both on and off the field.
Absolutely, you bet. All righty, we're going to come back with our starting lineups from Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent, after this on Sports Radio 1350 WYK and King Time, PA.
It's looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because of the transmission company. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on transmission.
what? According to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another 6 to 8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees. They come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rate. For 5 years, and remember, you still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Clean your transmission, not your car.
Thanks for the genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission, ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us at Broadway. Stop and see how it's done.
Today it seems everybody protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on this multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sport 50 WOYK. In sports.
Welcome back to York High Small Athletic Field. Now it's time for our Trish Hauser State Farm starting lineups. Home team. Homecoming night. York High Bearcats. Quarterback senior. Number 4, Micah Enciso. Running backs. Dejor Stewart from the talented Khaled Dorsey. Wide receivers, Anthony Jameson, Rob Rideout. Tight end, Seth Bernstein. Offensive tackle, Dante Banks and Dwayne Beatty. Guards, Antonio Jones, Trey Bernstein. Center, Xavier Ramos. On defense, Bearcats. Linebacking core, Zias Smallwood. Jamal Watson. Seth Bernstein, the defensive front. Joshua Griffin. Nathan Phillips. Luis Giselle. Nigel Williams. Safety. Dejor Stewart. Right out the corner. J.J. Grant. Deontay Wilson. Starting. Quarterback. The offense, Southwestern. Derek Puff, 6'4", 90 pounds. Right halfback is Mason Felton, left halfback, Grayson Winger. Sean Wolf, see him spelled by Sharif Jakes, and also Ladacina. Tackles, Tyler Herbison, Dalton Stocko, guards Adrian White, Josh Tippett, center anchor, offensive line Sam Packer on defense for the Mustangs. Defensive front, Captain John Murrow, Dalton Stocko, Aaron Hall, and Wyatt Ladacina. And linebacker, Josh Higdon, Garrett Wilson, Hayden Gaylord, Nick Boone. They're missing their star linebacker, Cole Stremmel, who's out with a knee injury for the year. Defensive backfield.
Defensive fans, if there's an Aaron Fugel at your stadium, could you please report to the front gate? Aaron Fugel, please report to the front gate.
Starting lineups, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stay tuned for more pregame coverage after this break.
Get your tailgate on at Rudders with Jumbo Chicken Wings. For a limited time, Rudders VIPs earn triple rewards. 3 cents off per gallon of gas purchasing delicious Jumbo Chicken Wings. Choose from 8 different mouth-watering flavors, including Old Bay and Buffalo Hot Sauce. Rudders,
Unique Physique is now accepting clients for mornings and evenings. Specific training customized for your son or daughter's specific need, whether it's weight loss, tuning up, or getting in shape, maybe an upcoming wedding. Johnny Kirchner's home trainer methods have satisfied clients for all their goals. Johnny's a sports performance coach with a master's in exercise science and injury prevention. Improve your performance, get better, get stronger, get faster. Start now. Immediate openings available. Call John at 873-0234. Unique Physique, 3432 East Market Street.
To date on Penn State football all seasons, which rating 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Newman, and I'll have Penn State updates on Wednesdays through Fridays. Here, Coach James Rifle and keep today's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's homecoming game between the visiting Southwestern Mustangs and your YAIAA Bearcats. This contest is being held under guidelines established by the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association. It is the responsibility of every participant and spectator to exemplify good sportsmanship and fair play. Any person who by the actions or conduct interferes with this event or violates YAIAA Code of Conduct will be asked to leave the stadium. The presence and or the use of balloons, whistles, and or portable listening devices without earphones are prohibited. Spectators are prohibited from removing their shirts and or using body paint while in attendance. The principal, athletic director, coaches, team physicians, team trainer, players and uniform managers, ball holders, and statisticians will be the only persons permitted in the team box. And now, with pride and respect for our country and flag, let us stand for the playing of our high school alma mater, followed by our national anthem. And now the starting lineup first for the visiting Mustangs. Defensive starters, number 1, Tariq Jakes. Number 4, Ben Smith. Number 5, Mason Felton. Number 6, Eric Davis Kalea. Number 7, Sean Wolf. Number 14, Wyatt Laudiona. Number 20, John Morrell. Number 25, Grayson Wingers. Number 39, Josh Hickman. Number 50, Hayden Gaylord. Number 51, Adrian White. And number 61, Dalton Stacho. And number 85, Garrett Wilson.
Consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And welcome back to Small Field in downtown York. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you as we get ready for York High and Southwestern tonight. Quick look at the standings in Division 1 here. Central and Redline undefeated in conference at 4-0. York High, Dallastown 3-1, then Southwestern and Spring Grove 1-3. Northeastern and New Oxford still winless at 0-4. And Redline overall looking good at 7-0, but the Bearcats 6-1. They're right on their heels, and they would love to win out and have a chance to play for Central that last week when Dallastown plays Redline. And if the Lions stumble anywhere, the Bearcats can at least tie for that division title. So we are just about ready to roll. Southwestern will boot it. York High will receive and go right to left here in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant. First quarter, a beautiful night, 62 degrees under clear skies. We're glad you're with us here on our high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. The official talking with the kicker for Southwestern, and that is Dylan Weaver, I believe, going to boot it. And back deep we have Caleb Dorsey and DeJure Stewart. Two guys that are very, very dangerous. Western special teams need to be on their toes. And we are ready to roll with the Fast Signs opening kickoff coming your way from small field. Weaver approaches the ball, hits it. It's kind of punched at it, and Stewart takes it on the line at the 11 on the far side of the field. Coming back to the near side, gets by the first line of defense and is dragged down right around the 30 or 31-yard line. The hit made by Ryan Sheehan there on special teams for Southwestern, and the Bearcats will start at their own 31-yard line. 20-yard return on that one for DeJure Stewart.
So we'll see this prolific offense from York High right off the bat. What a way to start homecoming night. Expect them. They're going to try to get this running game early, but with Russ Stoner, he's an aggressive guy, defensive guy, but nonetheless an aggressive guy. See if he tries to take a strike early on this first possession.
They put Dorsey in motion, empty backfield, and Bell was batted down at the line on the pass by Encino. Big Dalton Stasio, a 6'2", 240-pound junior defensive tackle, got the right hand up and swatted that one away. Second and 10.
See, that's what I like. These coaches get a quick rhythm with your quarterbacks, throw short passes early. Good defense, getting those big paws up there to knock down the pass.
Dorsey in motion away from us again, and they look to fire it out to get it to Dorsey in the flat, looking to make a move. Gets by a first couple of guys still on his feet, and he's going to have a first down as he is out to the 47-yard line before he's finally wrangled by 3 or 4 guys. So that was a nice run, more so by Dorsey than anything else. Pickup of 11, and it's going to be first and 10, the Bearcats at their own 47.
Dorsey, the homecoming king, you see why there with a nice pirouette.
Yeah.
Guy's got a lot of moves on the field. But these students can't wait to see the dance floor tomorrow night with Kyle Dorsey.
10 at the 47, opening drive of the Bearcats. Encino under center now, pitch to Dorsey, looking for the corner here, and he gets it and is ridden out of bounds by Sean Wolf at midfield. I'm sorry, they were at the 42, not the 47. It's a gain of 8 for Dorsey on his first carry, and it'll be second down and 2. Good job of getting to the corner. Good block by the offensive tackle that time to get him to the corner. Had a good lock-up block there on linebacker Josh Higdon.
Coach Heilman talked about it early, head coach of Southwest. And I'll come back to this point after this play.
Encino will go from the gun now with Dorsey to his left, 2 wides each way. And a keeper by Encino. He's hit in the backfield and spun around right down at the line of scrimmage. Well defensed that time. And in there initially for Southwestern was Garrett Wilson, 5'8", 155-pound linebacker, and they bring down Encino for no gain. It's going to be third down and 2 at the midfield stripe.
Good job, quarterback read there. Great job by the defense reading the keys and collapsing on the quarterback. But you see early with these couple plays before the previous one is Southwestern has got to tackle in space if they're going to be successful on defense tonight.
So third down and 2 now, and out of the gun again with 4 wide receivers. Rolls to his right, looking to throw, has time, fires at man wide open. It's right out at the 35, right out inside the 30, still on his feet, and into the Weckers Carpet red zone at the 19-yard line. Nice throw on the run, 31-yard pass from Micah Encino to Rob Rideout, and the Bearcats are in business at the Southwestern 19 in the Weckers Carpet red zone, first and 10.
Great execution on offense for the Bearcats. Get the quarterback rolling out in the pocket, away from pressure. Open receiver downfield, a fresh set of downs from the 20-yard line, moving from our right to left.
Right out, the leading receiver coming in, 22 catches for 421 yards. And here is Dorsey off the right side and cut straight upfield down to about the 15-yard line. Solid gain of 6 on first down. He's brought down there, I think that was, I couldn't pick up a number. I think it was our buddy Wilson. And it's a gain of 6 for Dorsey. It'll be second down at 4.
Ball on the right hash.
Encino again working from the gun. Hands it off to Dorsey off the left side. This time has some room at the 10. Dorsey turns on the Jets, the 5 into the end zone. Standing up, Caleb Dorsey, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bearcats are off to the races. 9:43 left here in the first quarter, and they lead Southwestern 6-0.
Already crowned the homecoming king. Does it again, answers. His 16th rushing touchdown of the year. Caleb Dorsey, a fun player to watch. Opening drive for the Bearcats.
And credit that Bearcat line because they opened the hole that time, and Dorsey made a nice run after that, but he had a good hole. They go for 2, and Encino fires it off the hands in the back of the end zone of Toby Stokes. So the PAT is no good, but with 9:43 left in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter, it's York High 6, Southwestern nothing on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple of the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
So very quickly, the York High Bearcats jump on top here with a nice opening drive, and Dorsey taking it into the end zone. We'll get our scoring recap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets in a moment. But a good beginning for York High and an ominous one for Southwestern. They have got to be able to slow this Bearcat offense down, and they did not do it that first time. They had him the first set of downs, they had him third down at midfield, but the second set of downs, I guess, couldn't hold him there.
We talked about the offense for Southwest. Key defensive move for that team will be the time of possession, hold on to the ball on offense as Southwest is lined up to receive.
Our fast signs kick from Josiah Smallwood. Official whistles play in, and Smallwood boots it. It's a short kick. Going to hit and be fielded by one of the upmen about the 22-yard line. Crosses the 30, crosses the 35, and out about the 39-yard line. That was Chance Eshelman, a junior in there on special teams. Makes a pretty nice return. And Southwestern, the stop made that time by Jose Martinez for York High. And so Southwestern will start at its own 30, where are they going to mark this thing? The 37-yard line, 1st and 10. And our scoring recap.
We talked about the efficiency of offense for York High. They went 7 plays, 69 yards, 2 minutes off the clock, 15-yard touchdown run for Khaled Dorsey, 6-0 York High. All right, then let's see if we can get some time of possession out of the Mustang offense as Huff is under center. He pitches it back to Delonche Shaw, gets the start. He gets to the corner on the outside a little bit, was then is thrown backward. Nice tackle over there. He's going to get a gain of a yard before he is stopped out there. And that was Nathan Phillips, the defensive tackle, out to make the play. And so for Shaw, their leading rusher on the year, he gets 1 yard, 2nd down and 9. Great team speed on this defense. Great job swarming, making a stop. This defense of the Bearcats. And we talk about time of possession for Southwest. That's one part of it. But they also have to answer, finish drives, and score to keep up with York High. Shaw looked like he had some running room there initially, but the hole closed. So 2nd and 9 from the 38 now. Huff under center, takes the snap. And they hand it off straight ahead to the 40 for a gain of 2. And on the carry that time, again, was Shaw, but not much there, 2 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now for the Mustangs at the Bearcat, or at their own, rather, 40-yard line. This is another big issue for the Southwest offense. Being this wing T, you need to get more positive plays early in the down and distance so you're not set up with 3rd and 7 like Southwest is right now. Sharif Jakes comes to the near side. From the 40-yard line, moving from our left to right, approaching midfield. Grayson Wingert will join him wide to the near side now, and out of the gun will
go Derek Huff. Looks to throw, fires it, has his man, and he's going to have a first down. That is Sharik Japes. He's out to about the 48-yard line. Nice little, just a slant pattern that time, and Huff hit him right in the hands, and it's going to be a gain of 9 and a first down for the Southwestern Mustangs.
A nice play on offense. Got some talented receivers, some playmakers out here for Southwest. Sharif Jakes certainly one of them. And great job. Talk about imposing your will and finishing plays. He caught the ball 3-4 yards shy of the first down. And the effort gets him a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10 at the 48. Quick snap and a try to throw. It's picked off. That ball was picked off. And Bearcat ball, as it was a quick attempted pass out into the flats to like a flanker screen. And the defensive play made by Logan Schumann there. And on that turnover, the Bearcats are going to get it. That happened so fast it was hard to see from here. And so that's a big turnover as Southwestern got the key first down. Looked like they were at least going to be able to put the ball in Bearcat territory and run some clock. And on the turnover, York High gets it at the Southwestern 38.
Tried to throw the quick screen. You saw penetration, disruption in the backfield. Looked like it hit some helmets, bounced around, and all of a sudden, hey, Mom, look what I found for Logan Schumann.
Wow. All right, Southwestern defense under the gun here, and the handoff is straight up the middle. Nigel Williams, he's got a hole, and he's down to the 30-yard line before Higdon comes in and puts the final hit on him. Sean Wolf on the initial hit there. It's a gain of 7 down to the 31, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 3 from there.
You really want your defense to bow up and get a stop here if you're Southwest. Not good when you're helping out this Bearcat offense with the turnover, setting them up short field.
Encino takes it, play fake, fires it for the end zone. He's going for Rideout, who has a step on the defense. Oh, and he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Rideout had the hands on it, had to turn around, had the step that time on the defensive back, Grayson Wingard, but could not hang on. So 6 points not on the board for the Bearcats, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 at the Mustang 31.
Told you, Russ Stoner's an aggressive guy. Look for that shot downfield early. Hey, great job, great defense by Wingard. He was beat. The ball was thrown a little bit short. He stayed with it, was able to get a hand in there and break it up late. Otherwise, Whiteout would have had.
The ball is snapped. It's on the ground, and it hit Encino in the shin, but he was able to fall on it. So he's going to recover it. Actually, only lost about a yard. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4 from the 32-yard line. That was almost a fumble, almost a turnover the other way, but Encino, quick reaction, able to fall on it. And the Bearcats, I'm sure, will go for it here on 4th down, and we'll actually mark it 4th and 5 at the 33.
Center caught myself and Enciso off guard on that. Neither of us were ready for the snap, but fortunate for Southwest. They have to capitalize on this mistake and get off the field.
4th down and 5 now. Man in motion is Dorsey. Encino to throw. The blitz is on. He gets it to Rideout. Rideout got away from the first man who came and made the penetration, but Higdon is there to wrap it up and finish it along with Wyatt Laudicina for Southwestern. They actually dropped him for a yard loss, so the Southwestern defense does the job, and on downs they will get the turnover.
Great defense, great defensive call by the Stangs. They bring pressure. And it's this guy they have that's very talented, Sharif Jakes. He's a plug-and-play kind of guy, linebacker, come off the edge with pressure, do some different things on offense for you. Fun football player to watch. Talented, got the pressure and helped get the turnover on downs and set his offense up the 30 line.
Huff under center puts a man in motion. Toward us, it's Wingard. They give it straight ahead to Shaw, but nothing doing. The ball is out, and Schumann has it, and Schumann's going to take it into the end zone on the fumble recovery. A 30-yard fumble return for Logan Schumann, and the second turnover comes to bite Southwestern, and with 6:15 left in the first quarter, the Bearcats go up 12-0.
Turnover machine. Logan Schumann had the interception in the last possession.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm giving the wrong number. I'm giving the wrong guy. Seth Bernstein. I'm sorry, Seth Bernstein. I had the wrong roster up. My bad. Seth Bernstein is the guy who made the return for York High. My apologies. I looked at the wrong roster and didn't even realize it. My apologies on that. Is Seth Bernstein with a fumble recovery for a TD of about 30 yards.
So Seth Bernstein, the turnover titan, gets the interception on the last possession. And the fumble return here.
Yep, my bad. Sorry about that, Seth. My gosh. And go for the 2 points here. Rolling right is Encino. Encino's going to tuck it and run, and he is hit and stopped short. So the PATs aren't working, but the touchdowns are, and that's more important. And with 6:15 left in the first quarter, the Bearcats lead at 12-0. We'll stay here, and I will apologize for that. With Seth Bernstein, as you mentioned, on both the interception and the fumble recovery for the touchdown. So I do apologize for that. Simply looked at the wrong roster and did not realize I was looking at the wrong roster there. So anyway, the Bearcats, the first turnover, the Mustangs were able to hold them on 4th down, got the ball back, and on the first play, Delunche Shaw into the line, ball popped out, Bernstein picked it up, and he was off to the races.
And to talk about the 2-point conversions, they don't kick extra point after attempts here at York High. They go for 2 every time, so expect that with every touchdown they score. Southwest is going to have to put something here together on offense after 2 turnovers and 2 consecutive possessions. They need to turn things around.
Yes, they do. And, they were moving the football the first time. They had a nice first down out there near midfield before the interception. So got to settle down now. It's 12-0. Here's their fast signs kick from Smallwood. Bounces along the ground. Picked up at the 25-yard line. Again, it's Eshelman. Eshelman puts his head down and gets it out to about the 37, 38-yard line. So the stop that time by Nikhil Carroll for York High. So Southwestern, again, will start in pretty good field position, and the Mustangs need to hang on to the football more than anything else. And even if they don't get on the board, get a couple of first downs and flip the field position a bit here.
Mention the 2-point conversions that York High will go for. They don't kick the PAT. And also you see on the kickoffs how they squib the kick. They don't kick it deep. They don't have a kicker here at York High, so that's why they go with the squib kick.
Well, they're 6-1, so I guess it hadn't hurt them too much yet. Out of the gun now. Huff will go on 1st down. Hands it off to Higdon. Higdon, a little bit of a hole, but it quickly he's out near the 40-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 39.5. It's a gain of almost 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
And what a sequence of events we had. An interception by Southwest. The defense responds. It gets a great stop, gets the ball back. Offense, 1 play, and a fumble. And a touchdown for York High. And here's Southwest again with the ball on 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line.
All right, again, the Mustangs really need to hang on to the football. That has been the big problem offensively. Higdon off the right side this time, and he is upended right about the line of scrimmage as he made the cut to head upfield. And a big hit that time for the Bearcats. Making that was William Molina on the defensive line there. A 5'9", 105-pound sophomore. No gain for Higdon, and it's 3rd down and 7.
And the Mustangs do come in to this game -7 in the turnover margin, 5 fumbles and 6 interceptions lost. It continues to be a nuisance for the Stangs.
So Huff will go from the gun now with 2 wides up to the top of the formation. And the Bearcats bring 6 guys, and Huff in trouble immediately and flips it out at the last minute. That was very dangerous. It bounced in front of the defender out there for the York High Bearcats, Deontay Wilson. So that incomplete pass by Huff as he was being dragged down will bring up a 4th down and 7 and a unique physique punt.
So again, Mustangs will call on their defense to try to get a stop. Already down 2 scores, 12-0 with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in our first quarter.
DeJure Stewart is deep for Wes Sneeringer's punt. And a good snap, Sneeringer, no pressure. And a line drive kick. This is returnable, taken at the 25 by Stewart on the near hash. Dances around a couple of guys, gets to the outside, still on his feet, did not go out of bounds. Dancing back the other way. In the middle of the field, are they going to get him? I don't know. Stewart may go, and he is down the far sideline, and finally they hem him in at the 42-yard line. So that ends up being about a 33-yard punt return on which Stewart ran about 75 yards and almost reversed field and took it all the way in. An exciting guy, and I think a couple of times Southwestern thought he was out of bounds. He didn't go out and kept the play alive and puts the Bearcats in good field position at the Mustang 43.
Amazing body control and awareness. Stiff arm, gets the would-be tackler off of him, looks down at his foot, says, okay, I'm not out of bounds. Traverses. What a fun run back to watch. The ball is set up on the right hash, 43-yard line of Southwest.
All right, so Encino will work, I guess, from the pistol here with a wide receiver each way, backs flanking him on either side, and Williams has it up the middle. Nigel Williams is to the 40 and spun around there by 2 or 3 Mustangs. One of the guys in there making the hit that time was Sharif Jakes, and I think at the bottom of the pile was Aaron Hall, the defensive tackle. It's a gain of about 3. It'll be second down and 7.
So again, this defense is put in a precarious situation. The last possession for York at the 38-yard line of Southwest. They're knocking again here from the 39.
3 wide receiver set now, and they hand it off to Williams. Williams hitting the backfield, got away from the first guy, but not the rest of the Mustang defense is good. Rushing to the football and gang tackling there as Williams gets a yard or so down to about the 39, and it's from there going to be third down, about 6.
Precisely what I was going to say. What you got to do in this game against York High is tackle in space. So far, Southwest doing a pretty good job keeping the offense in front of them, team tackling, swarming to the ball. Unfortunately, they couldn't contain York High completely, as that first possession was a nice drive and a score for the offense.
Third down and 6 now. Play fake, and Encino in some trouble, rolling away from pressure, fires it deep for the end zone for Rideout, but that's out of bounds, and he was bracketed with double coverage there. So good defense, good pressure that time by Aaron Hall, who got in and forced Encino out of the pocket, and he had to just throw it away. So it's 4th down now, 4th and 6, and we'll see what the Bearcats do. They will probably go for it here, I would imagine. And what are we doing here? They're moving the sticks over there. I'm not sure why. It's 4th down and about 6 from the 39-yard line.
Is that a homer?
I don't know.
Homer chain gang trying to move the first down marker back.
All right, they got it set back up. So it's 4th and 6 from the 39. York High will go for it. And they're going to run a wildcat with Stewart. And he fumbled the snap, and he is hit and brought down as crashing through there was Sharif Jakes. And he was joined quickly by Dalton Stasio. So the wildcat doesn't work as the snap hit him in the face mask, and he was able to cover it, but it didn't really matter. So the ball will be placed at the 44-yard line, and it'll be first down for Southwestern. So the Mustangs defense again holds. Now they got to hold on to the football on offense as they actually place this thing at the 43.
Another turnover on downs for York High. Like you said, Mustang defense doing a good job early in this ball game.
2:56 left in the Stony Brook Friendly Restaurant first quarter. 12-0 York High. And Derek Huff will go out of the shotgun here with a wide receiver each way. Gives it to Shaw. Shaw looking to get outside, spins away from one tackler. Can he get the corner? Just barely. He's forced out of bounds there for York High by DeJure Stewart. A lot of speed on defense for York High. Shaw gets out to the 40. I think they're going to mark it at the 47, so it's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down and 7 from there.
Got some good blocks from Dalton Stocco and also number 5, Mason Felton.
So second and 7 as the center, Sam Hacker, out over the football now. And Huff will be under center this time with a wide receiver each way. Huff takes the snap, and he's going to hand it to Shaw straight up the middle. Has a bit of a hole, and the ball came out again. And holy cow, looks like the Bearcats may have it. Shaw was out to midfield, had a gain of about 3 or 4. And the Bearcats have another fumble, second fumble of the night by Delunche Shaw. And wow, 3 turnovers in the first 10 minutes of this football game by Southwestern.
And it's Josiah Smallwood getting tackled, able to disengage from the blocker and just dive. Unfortunately, threw up an arm. Wasn't going to be able to wrap up and make the tackle, but was able to jar the ball loose. The third consecutive turnover for the Mustangs offense.
You know, Shaw had 70 carries coming into this football game, so it's not like he doesn't run with the ball a lot. And he just can't hang on to it tonight. So at the Mustang 49, 1st and 10, a little pitch to Dorsey looking for the corner and gets it and turns upfield and is about 8 or 9 yards before he is wrestled down. They're going to mark it, I think, at the 43-yard line, so that actually will be a gain of 6 for Dorsey, and it'll be second down and 4.
Third turnover for Southwestern, the third time. York High will start in Southwest territory.
Yeah.
Currently faced with a 2nd and 4.
All right. And Dorsey running the other way now cuts upfield and is at the 39 before he's shoved back. He's going to be very close to that first down. Jakes again making the hit along with John Merrill, the defensive end, and see where they spot this thing. It's right at the 39, and they haven't indicated yet if it's a first down. They may need to measure, and I think they are going to. No, it is a first down for the Bearcats, so they say Dorsey got enough, so move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the Mustang 39.
Got a timeout, York High. First one of the half.
All right, well, we'll take it as well. It's 12-0 Bearcats, 1:57 left in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant. First on the high school football game of the week, presented by Wealth Band Sports Medicine.
Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville is built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters. Barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville and celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Hi, this is Tom McGinnis, the voice of the Philadelphia 76ers. You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
1st and 10 for York High at the Southwestern 39. They hand it off to Stewart. Has to go deep in the backfield, and he is not going to get away. Nice job that time defensively by Garrett Wilson. Again, making the play. He's a linebacker, 5'8", 155-pound junior. Would not let Stewart get to the corner, and he drops him for a 3-yard loss back to the 42, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
Continue to see success for this defense from Southwestern. Exactly what Heilman said. Get their guys upfield, try to establish the edge, and tackle in space.
Given where they've been all night, the defense has played very well, but 3 turnovers in the first quarter for Southwestern. 2nd and 13 now. Encino looks to throw, fires it out in the flat. Jamison didn't catch it, was getting ready to run. The defenders were there. He certainly would have had at least 5 or 6 yards, but Anthony Jamison simply failed to bring that one in, so it's now going to be 3rd and 13 for York High at the Mustang 42.
Ron, we don't talk about it as much as penalties, but drops are the same as penalties, which we call
drive killers.
Drive killers.
Yes, indeed. So once again, the Mustang defense called on a 3rd down here. This time 3rd and long, 3rd and 13, and the Bearcats will go with a 4 wide receiver set. 3 up top, 1 to the near side as they go right to left. And Encino rolling right. Pressure comes. He stands in there, fires it, has a man, and 2 hop. Off the fingertips that time of his intended receiver when that was, I think, Rob Rideout, and it was. And then the defender over there, Mason Felton, had a shot at, but it's incomplete. 4th and 13, and the Bearcats will probably go for it because they are in Mustang territory at the 42.
How about the game Rob Rideout turned in when we were here to watch
Really?
them play against Cedar Cliff?
Yeah.
Had 2 interceptions, 1 was returned for a touchdown. Had plenty of tackles that game, did his job on offense. Talented player.
He is indeed, and on 4th down, the Bearcats will go that same 4 wide out set. Encino takes the snap, rolls right away from pressure, fires it deep down the middle of the field. Nobody there. Oh, his man almost ran under it, and that was, wow, it was a tough. May have been Blake King. They have their jerseys kind of rolled up there, I believe it was. Yep, that's who it was, but it's incomplete. So again, what's that, the 3rd time this quarter on down, Southwestern will take over. The Mustang defense continues to play well, but the offense has turned it over 3 times. And the Stangs will get it now at their own 42 with 1:01 left in the first quarter, trailing 12-0.
The Southwest team has faced a lot of adversity this season. Only 2 wins. They played a lot of tough teams, had a lot of tough losses. I mean, really played against some high-caliber teams, Manheim Township, Carlisle.
Yep.
So they're used to this adversity, and I'm sure their first-year head coach, Chris Heilman, will keep them on task, and we'll see the perseverance.
Delanche Shaw remains in the backfield. He has 2 fumbles in the first quarter. And on first down, they give it to him, and he goes straight ahead, and there's not much there. Shaw able to eke out a yard or maybe two. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 44, middle of that defensive line there for the Bearcats. And Joshua Griffith, the defensive tackle, on the stop. Gain of 2 for Shaw. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So this is what we talk about with this wing T attack. You got to get these positive plays, stack positive play after positive play. Good job on first down, getting a couple yards, but you want to see a little bit more chunks consecutively on each play.
2nd and 8 at the Mustang 44. Huff under center now. Sets his line, takes the snap. Going to hand it off to his running back, and that is Mason Felton. He dives out to the 48-yard line, a pickup of 3, and it's going to leave the Mustangs with a 3rd down and 5 when we come back. That is the end of the first quarter. The Bearcats 12 and the Mustangs nothing. We'll be back with the Broadway transmission second quarter after this on the high school football game of the week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 until 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry out till 843-1143.
Your County's Power Teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we're back ready to start the second quarter, brought to you by Broadway Transmission. York High 12, Southwestern nothing, and the Mustangs with a 3rd down and 5 at their own 48-yard line. Real Garrett, the Mustangs offense, its own worst enemy. 3 turnovers in that first quarter.
Big 3rd down for this offense. And you get some momentum behind them, get some confidence.
3rd and 5, a wide receiver each way as the Mustangs go right to left now. They hand it to Shaw. Shaw, who's fumbled it twice, and he fights for extra yards, and he has the first down. Delunche Shaw is down to the Bearcat 45-yard line. The second effort got that first down for him as he picks up 8 before he is brought down. I think Juror Stewart, but a nice run by Shaw, and the Mustangs move the chains.
It really seems like we've seen a dismal effort out of this offense so far this game, but we haven't. The very first possession, they were going 3 plays, got a first down, moving the ball, interception. Next possession, 1 play, fumble. 3 and out, and a fumble in the next possession. We haven't seen this offense really get in a rhythm and work yet.
Well, here they have it. 1st and 10 in Bearcat territory at the 45. Handed off to Wingard. Wingard makes a move, gets to the outside. Wingard at the 40. Cuts back at the 35 and inside the 30 and down to the 27 or 28-yard line before he is upended by Rob Rideout. But a nice run that time by Grayson Wingard. Was going to the outside, then cut it back, and he goes from the 45 to the 29. It's a gain of 16 and another first down for the Mustangs.
They've got talent back there. You come into this game, Shaw's got 550 yards, Higdon 251, Winger 205, 131 for Felton. That's missing 1 game of stats, and boarding fees are high for those Mustangs. They got to use them.
1st and 10 at the 29 now, and Wingard again to the outside and cuts up inside the 25 down to the 21. Another nice run by Grayson Wingard. Gets into the secondary before he is hit and brought down back there by, I believe it was Dorian Whited, and it's a gain of 7 down to the 22, 2nd down and 3.
You see this wing T attacks and misdirection. A lot of this misdirection is in order to put some window dressing on there, confuse the defense, make them read their keys, and make them more apprehensive. Good drive so far for the Stangs.
Sean Felton in the backfield behind Huff now. Wingard is in the wing on the near side on 2nd and 3. And they hand off to Felton looking to get outside. Gets a nice block out there inside the 20 to the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that was, who was that big old number 61 that threw that block? Dalton Stacho, the tackle, 6'2", 240-pound junior. He took out 2 Bearcats with that block. And down to the 14-yard line. That's a first down on the run by Mason Felton, and into the Weckers Carpet red zone for the first time tonight go the Southwestern Mustangs.
Traveled about 45 yards on this drive. This will be the 6th play. And approaching 3 minutes off the clock. This is what we needed to see from this offense.
Up under center on first down. Takes the snap.
Gives it to Shaw off the right side. Has a bit of a hole. Shaw inside the 10. Shaw running hard into the end zone. Delunche Shaw, 14-yard touchdown run for the Mustangs. 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Mustangs finally answer offensively, and it's 12-6.
Talked about if they have a stable of studs in the backfield, they pay those high boarding fees. You got to get them out of the stable and let them run loose. They're doing it tonight. Shaw, impressive.
Well, that's got to give them a lift because they know they made the mistakes offensively with the 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and now they put together a nice drive. The Bearcats are offside on the PAT attempt here as Sneeringer is going to boot it, so that'll move it about a yard closer, and we'll see if they still go with a kick or go for 2. It's 12-6. They'd probably go with a kick here. Really, 2 points wouldn't make a whole lot of difference. So the PAT attempt will be coming again here with exactly 10 minutes left in the Broadway Transmission second quarter. The Mustangs have made a game of it for the moment at 12-6. Wes Sneeringer to attempt the PAT. Snap is there, the set is down, the kick is up, and it sails through. 10 minutes left in the half. York High 12, Mustangs and Southwestern 7 on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
We understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coton Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, 10 minutes left in the Broadway Trans second quarter, and we have a football game because the Southwestern Mustangs didn't turn it over. They put together a nice drive that time to get back in, and we'll have a fast signs kick here, and then we'll get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap as we saw an impressive offensive drive by the Mustangs. Now their defense is going to have to do the job again, as they have. They got 3 turnovers on downs against the Bearcats in Mustang territory in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to this defense of Southwest. Mustangs on everything they can to bow up on defense and keep them in this game.
Dylan Weaver will boot it for the Mustangs. Stewart and Dorsey deep for the Bearcats, and the kick is there. It's high end over end. It's going to come to Stewart at the 15. Stewart at the near hash cuts to the middle of the field now, and he has a big hole. Makes a couple of moves. A flag flies from the back judge as Stewart is dragged down at the 35-yard line. Tackle is made by Nick Boone on special teams, but we'll see. That's going to be a hold against the Bearcats, so that's going to move them back about 10 yards. And if it's from the spot of the foul, the flag's lying at the 29, so that could set the Bearcats all the way back to their 19-yard line for the 1st and 10 play.
That was great effort by Boone. The ball carrier had already passed him. He stayed with it. The ball carrier was trying to make a move. Boone was able to come back on his retrace and make the tackle.
So for the first time, the Bearcat offense, since their opening drive, start in not good field position. They'll be at their own 20. They've been starting near midfield and a couple of times in Mustang territory.
So the first possession, 31-yard line on their side of the field, and then the rest was all Southwest side of the field, 38, 43, the 49. And as you said, here they are from their own 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. Encino puts right out in motion, takes the snap, and the ball's on the ground. Picked up deep in the backfield by Stewart, and Stewart is hit and dragged down about the 10-yard line as the ball was on the ground, and Mason Felton in there to make the play defensively. They'll mark it at the 11, but a loss of 9.
Those are the open space tackles that they need to execute that Chris Heilman talked about. Mason Felton coming upfield, making a great play. Stop for a loss.
So 2nd down and 18 now. The Bearcats their own 11. Encino out of the gun, takes the snap, and he hands it to Dorsey. Dorsey looking to get wide, does turn the corner, and spins out to the 21-yard line, tripped up by Sean Wolf. They'll mark at the 22. Nice run there, a gain of 11 by Kayla Dorsey. So that's going to leave the Bearcats with a 3rd down and about 8 at their own 22.
When you talk about setting the edge on defense, you get the image of 2 defensive ends or outside running up the field, setting that edge. It's not that. Pick this up.
Okay, 3rd down and 8. Encino hands it off to Dorsey, coming the other way. He's got a lane. He's at the 35, makes a move with the 40 at midfield. He's still going. It's a foot race, and are they going to catch Dorsey? It's Felton who has a shot and hit him, but does not get him. And Caleb Dorsey into the end zone, 78 yards on that run. And that is why he is one of the most explosive players, not only probably in the league, but in District 3, as Dorsey takes it 78 yards and puts the Bearcats up by 2 scores, 18-7, with 8:31 left in the first half.
My goodness. What a talented operator he is when he touches the ball. He is worth every award and accolade he gets.
Yeah.
At the end of this season, fun player to watch.
And you know, the Mustangs had that fairly well defense. He just got to the corner, then made a cutback, and he just had too many moves and then too much speed. Good hustle on the part of Mason Felton, who stayed with him and hit him at about the 3-yard line, but could not bring him down before he crossed the goal line. So the Bearcats again will line up to go for 2. Encino will take it out of the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off. This is Williams. Williams cuts his hit, and he is going to be, they haven't blown the whistle. Yeah, we got a rugby scrum out there, but he was met by Caden Gaylord, a 5'9", 200-pound senior at the 1-yard line. He stood it up, and then Sharif Jakes cleaned it up. So the PAT's no good, but the Bearcats keep scoring touchdowns. With 8:31 left in the half, the Bearcats go up 18, Southwestern 7 in the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
If you're looking for experienced barbers and a relaxing atmosphere, come to Iacono's Hair Studio, 2030 South Queen Street in York. Iacono's is a family-owned business serving the York area since 1972. For high-quality grooming enjoyment and the professionalism of over 75 years combined expert experience, Iacono's is the place for you. For haircuts, for a straight razor shave, for a relaxing grooming experience, for the best of the best in the business, visit or call Iacono's at 854-8258.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And back at Small Field in downtown York, Ron Rubin and Gareth, his song, and the home team hasn't fired up on homecoming as Caleb Dorsey goes 78 yards around right end to up the Bearcat lead to 18-7 after Southwestern with excellent defensive stands finally got its offense in gear and put a nice drive together to get back in this one. The Bearcat offense answers. Fast Signs kickoff coming now from Josiah Smallwood. Then we will get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap. Smallwood approaches the ball and boots it along the ground, hits it about the 40, and it's going to go out of bounds, and so Southwestern will get it at the 35, 1st and 10.
Efficiency on offense, 2 plays, 80 yards. A 78-yard touchdown run from Khaled Dorsey. And here we are, 8:31 left in the first half. York High 18, Southwestern 7.
Well, the Mustang offense needs to do what it did last time, put together a nice long drive here, because they can, if they do that, I mean, they're still in this thing with 8:31 left. They had 3 turnovers, all in their own territory, one of which was a fumble return for a touchdown. So they played badly. They just made some mistakes and were victimized by the big play. Now they needed an offensive drive here, Darren.
They get to start a good field position from the 35-yard line following the infraction after the kickoff going out of bounds. On that last drive, they went 6 plays, 58 yards in 3 minutes. It was a very methodical, good drive that they finished with a touchdown.
What you want to see out of the wing tee, up under center now. And he flips his tight end, Lavicina. And on 1st down, they give it to Wingard. Wingard hitting the backfield, and he's going to go down. Good penetration that time. It's going to be a loss of 4 or 5 as the Bearcats made the penetration that time. And the hit made, well, I can't tell what the number is. Is that 8? Maybe? Jalen Bryant got the jersey kind of rolled up there. The loss of 3 for Wingard, 2nd and 13.
It's another thing that's tough with this wing T offense. When you get down in points, it's tough to come back. The offense isn't predicated to go downfield or have quick drives, but Mustangs need to stick to it here. 2nd and 13.
7:49 left on the turning clock in the 2nd quarter. And Huff's going to throw, gets it out, has a man at the 39, tackled immediately. Good defense by Deontay Wilson, but the throw was made to Garrett Wilson out to the 30-yard line, so that's a gain on that play of 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 for the Mustangs.
A nice pitch and catch I think they should go to that more often. It's just a nice quick throw, just get a couple yards. And I like how they had the 2nd and long. They didn't try to get a big chunk of yards right away. Just keep working at it. Get yourself, try to get in a 3rd and manageable. Here they are at 3rd and 8.
They got Sharif Jakes out here at 6'2" against 5'9" Wilson, the defensive back, maybe a one-on-one. And they're going that way, and they fired. There's Jakes. Jakes has it. He's got a first down, spins away. Did the ball come out? It did, and is it Bearcat ball, or was he down? It is Bearcat ball, and Jakes had the first down and then fumbled the 4th turnover of the night for Southwestern, again in their own territory. Holy cow.
Looks like Southwest came into this game knowing it was homecoming for the Bearcats and said, just let's get them some homecoming gifts.
Yeah.
4 turnovers first half.
And Jakes made a nice play, made the spin move, had the first down, and then lost the football.
Well, we saw that play earlier on a 3rd down for Southwest, that slant pattern. Just get it to Jakes, get it in his hands. His effort will get the first down. He had it again. An unfortunate turnover.
Yes, it is. Wow. Bearcats again on the southwestern side of the field to start this drive at the 45. Encino puts right out in motion. And a delayed handoff to Dorsey. Dorsey coming to the near side and down to the 40-yard line, dragged down from behind by John Merrill, the defensive end. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
See a lot of action in the backfield. Send right out in motion. Sometimes they will do a little forward pitch to him. You see them fake the handoff to the right to Dejor Stewart, and then the give from the left side, Khalid Dorsey. All that misdirection, trying to confuse the defense. Some more window dressing from York High.
2nd and 5, just outside the 40. They pitch it to Williams. Williams looking for the corner, gets it, turns up, has a first down down the far sideline, is pushed out of bounds by Sean Wolf. Not before he gets to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 17 for Nigel Wilson and a first down for the York High Bearcats.
So I'm trying to find the name for number 10. We see him coming off the field here. We don't have a 10 on our...
That's Nathan Phillips.
So Nathan Phillips is a big body fella that they bring in.
Yeah, he's a 41 on the roster. He's actually wearing number 2.
So he comes in. They put him after this play.
1st and 10 at the 23. And Encino, he handed off to Williams. Williams making some nice moves in the backfield. Breaks tackle, still on his feet inside the 10. And Nigel Williams into the Weckers Carpet red zone, dances down to the 8-yard line, gain of 15. 1st and goal for the Bearcats.
Great run from Nigel. Like I was saying, Nate Phillips, a big guy. They bring him in, put him at that wingback position, and just have him lead for the backs. A really nice guy to follow.
Yeah.
The senior. I don't have his height and weight on this roster, but he is
a big boy. 1st and goal at the 8 now. Williams is the back, gets the football. Straight ahead he goes. Williams down to the 4-yard line. Be 2nd and goal from there. Good straight ahead run for 4 yards there. And the tackle made defensively by Dalton Stacho. 2nd down and goal for the Bearcats from the Mustang 4-yard line. Quickly the Bearcats to the line. Encino takes the snap. Fakes to Williams. He's going to keep it, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Nice play fake. Everybody bid on the fake to Williams, and Micah Encino 4 yards into the end zone, and the Bearcat lead is now 24-7.
And Ciso for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And we've seen in recent years, guys that play quarterback for York High have incredible rushing numbers. Not so this year with Enciso because of the bevy of backs they have, Dorsey, Williams, and Stewart. But he does answer the bell here with a 4-yard rushing touchdown.
And they will again go for 2, and Bernstein will play quarterback on this PAT attempt, and he's going to rush it. Bernstein now cuts to the outside, got away from one guy and drags Sharif Jakes into the end zone. So Bernstein on the 2-point PAT ups the Bearcat lead to 26-7. 5:23 left in the Broadway transmission. 2nd quarter. We'll keep it here, get our scoring recap in just a moment, but you just can't help but say the story of this first half is the turnovers by the Mustangs. 4 of them One, a fumble return for a touchdown by Seth Bernstein. He also had an interception and 2 other fumbles, and all the time they gave the Bearcats the ball in Mustang territory. Otherwise, this could be a wholly different ball game at this point.
And when the Stangs hold on to the ball, they do a good job of moving down the field and finishing drives. And then when the Stangs are on defense, they do a good job of forcing the York ball carriers to go east to west. They haven't been able to hit too many big plays, as we're accustomed to see from York High week in and week out.
Right, and the fumbles have been coming from some of the playmakers. Delinche Shaw has 2, and Sharif Jakes had that one. So these are the guys that Chris Highland counts on to make plays for him.
Already 4 touchdowns for York High, so it's tough to believe me that Southwest haven't given up too many big plays, but it's been the case.
Yeah, really the one big play, the one run by Dorsey has been it. Our fast signs kick from Smallwood. 5:23 left before halftime, and Smallwood boots it. End-over-end line drive. Shaw lets it hit and now has to pick it up at the 14-yard line and runs out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, and he is knocked down there by Khalid. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their 27. Let's get our Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoring recap.
It's a nice 4-play drive. And they go 55 yards, finished with a 4-yard touchdown run. Quarterback Micah Anciso does the honors. Here we are, 5:18 left in the first half, 26-7 in the favor of York High.
And the Mustangs have it at their own 28, where they mark that one. And Huff under center, turns, gives it to Shaw. Shaw hitting the backfield and drop. Great penetration that time by the Bearcats defensive lineman, and that was Maurice Fazell on the stop. He shot through there. Looked like he may have been unblocked, and it's a loss of 2 back to the 26-yard line, 2nd and 12.
This is a team that's overcome adversity throughout this year. I'm not sure about overcoming, but they've faced a lot of adversity, playing some tough teams, 2-5 record. Saw them last time behind the down and distance as they are now, and they were able to overcome that adversity. See if they continue the perseverance.
2nd and 12 at their own 26. Huff hands it to Grayson Wingard. Has a hole, has a blocker. Flag flies. Probably a hold, though. So the run by Wingard out to about the 32 would have been a gain of about 6. Probably going to come back as the flag lying at the 26-yard line. And the center, Sam Hacker, a little slow getting up for Southwestern, limping a bit, but that's almost always a hold when the flag flies in the middle of a running play like that. And, well, it's a chop block, I think. And so they'll march that one off against the Mustangs, and that'll set it back. They'll replay 2nd down. It's going to be 2nd down and somewhere around 22.
Ron, you mentioned earlier, because of the running attack we see from the Mustangs, that there's the possibility that the Bearcats could get worn out later in the game. But I'm curious, are the Mustangs starting to run out of steam on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball because of the amount of time that their defensive players have been out there chasing around this offense from York High?
Well, as they step this penalty off back to the 12, where it will be 2nd down now, and they have to go all the way out to the 38, so it's going to be 2nd and 26. Yeah, I think that's probably true, Gareth, but I think more of it is there's just discouragement on the part of Southwestern. They've not played badly, yet they find themselves down by 3 touchdowns here because they've had 4 turnovers here in the first half. So 2nd and a half a mile, and Huff is going to hand it off to Shaw. Breaks a tackle, gets around to the outside, and runs out of bounds out near the original line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line. So he picks up 12 on that run, and it's going to set up a 3rd down, about 13 for the Mustangs.
Continue to see positive plays from this Mustang offense. It's nice to see a team that's 2-5 that comes out and performs like this against a team with only 1 blemish on their record.
Well, yeah, and the Mustangs really have not, take away their turnovers, which of course you can't do, but when they've hung on to the football, they've moved it offensively, and their defense, as we mentioned, has played well with its back against the wall all night. Huff on 3rd down, and the pass is caught, but not enough for the 1st down. They ran the little slant play to Garrett Wilson, but again, Deontay Wilson right there to make the hit, and they get the ball out to the 33. So it's a gain of 8, but they needed 13. It's going to be 4th down and a unique physique punt.
Garrett Wilson, shorter wide receiver, climbed the ladder, made a great catch, shielding the ball with his body. Immediately brought down by Deontay Wilson. Nice effort, nice catch by Garrett.
So Sneeringer will punt it. We have 3.5 minutes left in the half, and I think the key here is I think we're going to have a timeout taken by Southwestern. Key here is for the Mustangs defense to keep the Bearcats off the scoreboard. They go in down 26-7, realizing that they had 4 turnovers. They can probably say, you know what, guys, we killed ourselves. If we just hung on to the football, this is probably at most a 1-score game. And we've been able to move the football. We just have to hang on to the darn thing. To give us another score here, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb. I mean, it is anyway, but honestly, if they hold them here and go in down 19 with all that's transpired in the first half, I think the Mustangs can look in the mirror and say, we can play with these guys.
3 minutes, 28 seconds left before the half. Ball is on the 33-yard line of Southwest as they face a 4th and 5 and a punt situation. So, they need to flip the field right here, and with only 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half, need to get a stop on defense, because I'll tell you what, we get another score from the Bearcats, it'll be an ugly halftime score.
It will.
Uglier.
Here's the snap, and they fake it. They hand it on, they fake it, and they got the first down. Diving forward is Vic Boone. So they direct snap, and Boone runs it out to the 40-yard line. He picks up 7 and a first down. So a trick play after the timeout, and Southwestern hangs on to the football. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Best opportunity to run a fake punt is when you're approaching midfield. A little bit far away, but the risk is rewarded.
Yes, it is.
Fresh set of downs for Southwest.
So here come the Mustangs now at their own 40 with 3:05 left. Huff drops the throw, fires it for Wolf. Wolf has it at the 40-yard line. Had to turn around to make that catch. Nice play by Sean Wolf with Deontay Wilson on him to the 40 of the Bearcats. It's a gain of 20 and a first down for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Really impressed with the receiving core from Southwest. Shakes, 6'2", nice target. Seen him make some nice catches and nice moves. Sean Wolf, able to turn his body around, come back and catch the ball.
Yeah, just his 4th catch of the year, but he averages better than 20 yards per grab.
Looks good.
Yeah, Huff under center again. First down, going to give it to Wingard. Wingard gets a kick out block, cuts it back inside, but that is played well. He's going to go down at the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard. And nice play that time by the defensive line of the Bearcats. And again, that is looked like Jalen Bryant, number 8, on the stop there, and they're going to mark it at the 41. A loss of a yard for Wingard, 2nd and 11.
Continue to see the aggressive nature from the York High Bearcats on defense. They come with the pressures, and these guys are stripping at that ball. They already have 4 turnovers tonight. They want to get more.
So we're down to 2:13 left in the half, and the Mustangs the play clocks are rolling here. They are just getting in the huddle now. They may have to take a timeout here or get a delay a game. They are trying to keep this thing close as Huff hustles up to the line. They're under 5 seconds on the play clock, and are they going to get it off? Yes, they do, just barely. And they hand it off inside to, looks like Chance Eshelman maybe, or Nick Boone. And, no. Oh, Higdon, I'm sorry, Josh Higdon. He gets a yard. That's all. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now at the Bearcat 40-yard line with 1:38 remaining in the first half. Higdon has only carried the ball 3 times tonight. He came in having carried it 50 times for 251 yards.
Normally I'd say you'd like to see a little bit more sense of urgency from this offense, but they're trying to play a little bit of a keep-away game here. 1:15 left in the first half.
On 3rd down, Huff's going to drop the throw, fires it down the sideline, and overshoots his man out there with Sharif Jakes, one-on-one coverage, and threw it well over Jakes' head. So it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 10 now at the Bearcat 40 with 1:10 remaining. And we'll see if the Mustangs go for it here. Looks like they're going to, and figure with only a minute left, they can keep the Bearcats out of the end zone with that amount of time left if they don't convert.
See if they trust their quarterback, Derek Huff, enough to give a snap from the shotgun and then a quick punt.
So Huff will go out of the shotgun here with 2 wides up top. High snap, he pulls it down, they throw a little screen. They've got it set up to Shaw, but he's dragged down. Oh, he had a lot of room to run, but the play was made by Josiah Smallwood, brings him down at the 34-yard line, so they gain 6, but it's going to turn it over on downs to the Bearcats with 1 minute exactly remaining. That was a well-designed play, Garrett, and I'll tell you what, if Smallwood doesn't make that play, Shaw has the first down for sure, and maybe substantially more yardage.
Certainly was a well-designed play. Absolutely had the chance to break for a first down. Nice tackle there. But I don't agree with the call. That's why I said you might see a punt in the shotgun, but caution thrown to the wind by head coach Heilman from Southwest.
1 minute left for the Bearcats, 2 timeouts. Our boy Nathan Phillips runs out there and line up in the backfield now. It's the 11th man as they get set up for the play. And a movement by the big guy Aaron Hall, the 6', 245-pound senior defensive tackle for Southwestern, trying to anticipate that snap count, and it's going to cost him 5, so it'll be 1st and 5 for the Bearcats at their own 39. 1 minute on the clock, 2 timeouts in the Bearcats' back pocket.
Yeah, I didn't like that call on offense for the Stangs because battle of field position, you got a minute left, they have 2 timeouts, try to pin them deep.
Ciso pitches it to Dorsey. Dorsey on the far side has a first down, cuts back to the middle of the field, and Jake's got a hand on him, couldn't bring him down. Dorsey finally goes down at the 49 line, and it's a first down as he picked up 12.
I think we have a timeout. Southwest.
Oh, we got an injured player, I think, going off is Garrett Wilson. York High takes its second timeout. So they have a first down at the Mustang 49 now with 51 seconds left and still 1 timeout remaining. We will head to our Vito's Pizza halftime show. So again, the defense of Southwestern been under the gun all night tonight, and so once again, they need to try and keep these Bearcats out of the end zone.
If you're watching on Game Time, watch this running back, Khaled Dorsey. Talk about one-cut backs. When you have a zone scheme, guys are stretching out, put the foot in the ground, and get north, get upfield. He's very good at seeing his spots. 1 foot in the ground, he's gone.
Yep. Now we have a couple of surprising scores coming up on our Your Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard for you. So stick around for that. We'll have the Southwestern Mustang Band. Get your halftime stats. Gareth will sneak down into both the locker rooms. We have those coffee pots that Colonel Klink used to have in his office that Hogan and the boys put in there to figure out what the coaches are saying, so we'll pass that along to you. But here it's 1st and 10 at the Mustang 49-yard line. Dorsey in motion, and Ciso to throw, has time, fires it out in the flat, has DeJure Stewart. Sharif Jakes throws him out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. That'll stop the clock, though. 2nd and 4, 44 seconds left.
Again, you see the talent, Sharif Jakes. Great football player, able to break down, not fall for any of the moves, make a good tackle in open space.
So at the 43-yard line, 2nd and 4, clock stopped as they went out of bounds. 44 seconds on the scoreboard. And Ciso will work out of the gun. Puts Stewart in motion. And stoppage of play for some reason or other. Offside against Southwestern. So that's going to be a first down for the Bearcats. They'll move it down to the 38-yard line. Southwestern's got 4 turnovers, a couple of key penalties here in this drive, giving the Bearcats 10 free yards. So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And Ciso, again, Stewart in motion away from us. And Ciso takes the snap, pitches to Dorsey. Dorsey looking for the corner, gets the corner, turns upfield down to the 34-yard line. 4. Pretty good defense. Is going to be 2nd and 6 from there as the hit was made by Laudicina and Eric David Salea. And we have a stoppage of the clock. There's a timeout by the Bearcats. I'm going to take it.
Be their final timeout first half.
Oh, it's a hold against York High, so that's going to wipe that out. So instead of having a 2nd down and about 6 at the 34, they're going to step this penalty off back to the 45-yard line, and from there it will be first down and 17, and now the Bearcats do take their final timeout. 35 seconds remaining. So we shall see.
Again, looks like a good defensive stand thus far for Mustangs defense. Bearcats got the ball with a minute left in the first half, 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Let's use their final timeout. Ball is at the 45-yard line of Southwest, moving from our left to right on the left hash. We haven't seen a lot of throws downfield or a lot of throws period from York High. See if they try to take it to the air.
Yeah, and CISO's 4 of 9 here in the first half for 47 yards passing. They had one touchdown pass that was unable to be corralled in there by, I believe it was Rideout, or just couldn't haul it in the end zone. But you're right, we haven't seen a lot of throwing. So here it is, 1st and 15 at the Mustang 45-yard line. 35 seconds left. Play fake, and CISO. Here they go for the home run to Rideout. He has a step, pulls it into the 10 and into the end zone. He got behind the defensive back, and CISO put it out there. He had to slow down a little bit, but he pulls it in. So as Gareth was talking about it, they hit the home run right before halftime, and 28 seconds left. Rideout's 5th touchdown reception of the season. The Bearcats go up 7.
Robert Rideout. He plays wide out. Great catch, 45 yards, and a score. We saw that a lot when we were here earlier in the season. And that makes the Bearcats fun to watch.
Yeah, it does. And that really is hurting on the Mustangs here. As they go for 2, they pitch it to Dorsey. Dorsey waltzes in with a 2-point conversion. It's 34-7 now with 29 seconds left. So, as we said, the Mustangs really needed to get a stop there to keep this thing with any hope of really being caught. Now, of course, anything can happen, but 34-7 with 28 seconds left. And really, the Mustangs, again, 4 turnovers in the first half, a couple of key penalties. Could be a different game, but it's not. And the Bearcats lead at 34-7. As we approach halftime, the Vito's Pizza halftime show will come your way. Mustangs will probably just take a knee and get out of here and try and regroup a little bit. We have our Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoring recap now.
We have 4 plays, 61 yards. Finished with a 45-yard touchdown pass. Micah Anciso connects with Robert Rideout. 28 ticks left before the first half. York High with the commanding 34-7 lead.
All right, Smallwood will boot it. Josiah Smallwood, our fast signs kick. Shaw is deep, but he probably won't get it back that far. And Smallwood boots it end over end and hits it. Fielded at the 21-yard line by Nick Boone, who brings it out to the 30. And the Mustangs will have it there with just 23 seconds left. And again, I'm guessing they'll just take a knee and get out of here. Or who knows, maybe they'll take a shot downfield. You never know. You get a big play, get a penalty. But down as they are, my thought is they'll just get to their locker room.
That's why I didn't like the aggressive play calls the last possession for Southwest. You're approaching a minute left in the first half. Play the field position game.
Derek Huff under center now. And he's going to hand it off to Grayson Wingard. Wingard looking to the corner. Gets to the outside and is run out of bounds after a 3 or 4 yard gain by Jalen Bryant. And he'll pick up 3 to the 33, and it'll be second down and 7. Stops the clock with 16 seconds left.
But going into half, thinking about the 4 turnovers that they've had, all in all, playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Only giving up 2 big plays.
Right. That's right, and you know, sooner or later, this York offense is going to strike. You keep giving them those opportunities, which they did with the turnovers. The handoff is to Higdon. Higdon pounds his way out to the 39, a yard shy of the first down, and that'll probably be it. He picks up 6, and time will expire here in the first half. So we have reached the Vito's Pizza halftime, and our score, the York High Bearcats 34 and the Mustangs of Southwestern 7. Alrighty, we are going to take a break. We will come back with our Vito's Pizza halftime show. We'll recap the first half for you, have stats, scores of other games, our coach's pep talk, and listen to a little bit of the Southwestern Mustang game. You're listening to the high school football game of the week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WYK and Jamestown, PA.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, large stromboli and large fish with soda, just $11.99. Cheese pizza and large fish with soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out for 843-1143.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
The Hershey Bears play here. The new Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
At the Vito's Pizza halftime show from Smallfield in downtown York, the Bearcats lead Southwestern 34-7 as the Mustang Band prepares to take the field for their halftime show. Time now for our first half scoring recap, brought to you by Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets.
Opening kick, opening possession goes to York High, and they go 7 plays, 69 yards on that first possession. Finished with a 15-yard touchdown run from college. 16th rushing touchdown of the year with 9:43 left in the first quarter. After a failed 2-point conversion, York High took the lead 6, Southwest 0. And after a fumble in the ensuing possession for Southwestern, York High, Seth Bernstein, a fumble return, 30 yards for a touchdown with 6:15 left in the first quarter. York High 12, Southwest 0. Next, Southwest strikes a 6-play, 58-yard drive. 3 minutes off the clock, finished a 14-yard touchdown run. 4th of the year for Delonte Shaw. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. York High 12, Southwest 7. After that, York High goes 2 plays, 38 seconds, so 80 yards. 78-yard touchdown run from Kyle Dorsey, the homecoming king. Dances into the end zone with 8:31 left in the first half. Lead York 18, Southwest 7. Ensuing possession for York. They go 4 plays, 55 yards, finished with a 4-yard touchdown run. Quarterback Micah and Ciso. 2-point conversion is good for the first time of the night. And with 5:23 left in the first half, York High took the lead 26, Southwest 7. The last possession for York High before half, they went 4 plays, 61 yards, finished with a 45-yard touchdown strike for Micah and Ciso. And Rob ride out, 28 seconds left in the first half. York High 34, Southwest 7, and that is our halftime score. York High 34, Southwest 7.
All right. You know, did we ever use the word ensuing outside of football? Never heard of it outside of football. I don't think so. Just an observation. All right. So that's our wrap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets. As
well, my ensuing meal, I had a burrito.
Yeah, right. The Mustang Band begins to take the field to some ethereal music here. We'll catch part of their show when we come back. We'll also have our halftime stats courtesy of our friends at Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Bearcats up 34-7. Vito's Pizza halftime show.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance. Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
what? According to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up to $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates. For 5 years, and remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Back at Small Field in downtown York, Ron Ruben, Gareth Hissong here, and the Vito's Pizza halftime show with York High up big, 34-7 over the Mustangs of Southwestern. The Mustang band performing for the fans here at homecoming at York High for 2017. Time now for our stats of halftime, brought to you by Cookman Kunkel Insurance. And for the Southwestern Mustangs, the big stat really, the 4 turnovers. What killers they were. Fumble return for a touchdown by Seth Bernstein. He also had an interception and 2 other fumbles in the first half. 4 turnovers for the Mustangs. Those were killers. On offense for the Stangs, Delinche Shaw, 9 carries, 43 yards. Josh Higdon, 4 carries for 10 yards. Grayson Wingard, 5 carries, 22 yards. Mason Felt, 2 carries, 11 yards. Nick Boone on the fake punt, 1 carry for 7 yards. Overall, 23 totes for 93 yards on the ground for Southwestern. Derek Huff through the air, 6 of 9 for 57 yards. Did have the 1 interception. Sharif Jakes, 2 catches for 17 yards. Garrett Wilson, 2 for 14. Sean Wolf, 1 reception for 20 yards. And Delinche Shaw, 1 for 6. 150 total yards in the first half for the Mustangs. For the York High Bearcats, their man, Khalid Dorsey, 9 carries just, but 147 yards, including touchdown runs of 15 and 78 yards. DeJure Stewart, 3 carries, negative 16 yards. So Stewart being bottled up tonight. Micah Encino, 3 carries for a net of 2 yards. That does include a 4-yard touchdown run for the QB. Nigel Wilson, 6 carries, 47 yards. 21 carries, 180 yards for the York High Bearcats, but almost half of that on the 1 run by Dorsey of 78 yards. Through the air, Encino, 5 of 10, 92 yards. The big one, the 45-yard touchdown pass to Rob Rideout. He has 3 catches for 75 yards. Dorsey, 1 for 11, and DeJure Stewart, 1 for 6. 272 total yards for the York High Bearcats in the first half, and they lead it by a score of 34-7. We'll have our halftime scoreboard for you from York Traditions in a minute. Right now, let's get a listen to a little bit of the Mustang Band.
tailgate on at Rutter's with jumbo chicken wings. For a limited time, Rutter's VIPs earn triple rewards. 3 cents off per gallon of gas by purchasing delicious jumbo chicken wings. Choose from 8 different mouth-watering flavors, including Old Bay and Buffalo. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Pastrami, sausage, turkey bacon, green peppers. Choose from over 30 toppings for Rutter's breakfast sandwiches. For a limited time, you can get 2 breakfast sandwiches for only $5 and earn 2 cents off per gallon of gas. Rutter's offers you breakfast all day long. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And Ron Ruman and Garrett Thissong back with you at Small Athletic Field in downtown York, where the Bearcats, on their way to hopefully going 7-1 from their perspective, lead 34-7 over the Mustangs of Southwestern here on the Vito's Pizza halftime show as the Mustang Band performs. Time now for our halftime scoreboard show from York Traditions Bank. Other scores around the York Adams League. In a big Division I contest, Redline leading Central 14-7 at the half, as both of those teams jockeying for the lead in Division I, as well as district playoff position in the 6A bracket. And Redline, of course, undefeated. Central has 2 losses overall, and the Lions up a touchdown in the second quarter there. DeLone in Division III, a big 35-0 lead in the second quarter over Fairfield. In the third quarter, Dover 14, York Suburban 0. The Eagles looking to remain unbeaten in division play. At the half, the Kennerdale Rams looking to have a bounce-back season, and they're doing so to some extent anyway, leading Eastern 21-7 at the half. Gettysburg leads Daniel Boone 21-7 at the half. In a non-league game, Littlestown looking to stay alive in Division III as well as the district playoff picture. Littlestown leading Biglerville 13-0 at halftime. Dallastown also looking to stay in that Division I hunt. They lead New Oxford by a score of 42-0. That is in the second quarter. So it has been a tough season so far for the sorry, we're getting some unwanted highlights coming in from the back around the game time. Sorry about that, folks. Dallastown leading New Oxford by a score of 42-0 in the second quarter. At the half, Northeastern over Spring Grove 33-23 as the Bobcats looking to bounce back after a 3-0 start. They have slid to 3-4 on the season overall. And also other scores. A bit of a surprise in the second quarter. The West York Bulldogs for Jeremy Jones going for their 3rd straight win, and they lead the Warriors of Susquehannock 28-7. That is down in Glenrock. Susquehannock was coming in at 4-2 and unbeaten in league play. That is a bit of a surprise. Another surprise in Division III, the York Catholic Fighting Irish over Bermudian Springs 38-14 at the half. Bermudian coming in with just 1 loss on the season. And also at the half, Hanover leading York Tech 31-6. So we'll keep an eye on those games as we can through the second half. A couple of real surprises there with the big lead of West York over Susky and also York Catholic over Bermudian. That's our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show here at Small Field in York High, with the Bearcats of York High leading the Mustangs of Southwestern 34-7. We're going to take a break and back with our Iaconos Coaches Pep Talk right after this.
Since 1902, the Seltzers family has smoked and cured their delicious original and sweet Lebanon bologna the old-fashioned way. Seltzer's all beef Lebanon Bologna never uses fillers, but always uses real hardwood smoke in their old world wooden smokehouses. 3-day smoking gives seltzers that unmistakably unique flavor. Find them in your favorite grocer's deli or meat department and get some today. Seltzer's Lebanon Bologna. Get the good stuff.
Keep up to date on Penn State football all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Rubin, and I'll have Penn State updates Wednesdays through Fridays. Hear from Coach James Franklin and key players as the Nittany Lions get ready for Saturday's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood SureSave Markets, financial advisor Dave Sprinkle, and Penn State York. Get the latest on Penn State football on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet from your neighborhood SureSave Markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Brett Brown of the Philadelphia 76ers. You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And back at Small Field, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. The team's returning to the field after halftime. Bearcats up 34-7. Our Iaconos coaches pep talk. Well, let's get into Southwestern first. They played well, but they had 4 turnovers, Gareth.
Coach Heilman has to say, you guys been playing your rear ends off in the turnovers and a couple penalties. Executed very well. So limit those mistakes, stop shooting ourselves in the foot, and hey, they keep going for 2 and not converting their 2-point conversions. Kept us in the game a little bit more, just that much more, down 34-7. Maybe we get 2 scores and it's 34-21. Maybe they get some turnovers, help us out a little bit after the 4 turnovers they gave up in the first half, and we'll be right back in this thing. So stay with it. Let me see the perseverance. And who knows what we can do. Maybe we can go out after the second half and wreck homecoming.
All right, and how about the Bearcats and Russ Stoner?
Keep it rolling. Keep the foot on the accelerator. You already know Russ is an aggressive head coach. Sure, he'll spread that to his team and it'll be infectious. And they'll stay on the accelerator on both sides of the ball. So just execute. Do the same thing you did in the first half and we'll be okay.
All right, our Iaconos coaches pep talk. Second half, the Maple Donut third quarter comes your way next on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA.
Come join us at the Penn State Day Open House, Saturday, October 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., beginning at the Pulo Family Performing Arts Center. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. If you're a high school junior or senior, military veteran, or an adult interested in attending Penn State, you will not want to miss this special event at Penn State York. Learn about the admission process and timeline, meet our faculty and students, and investigate financial aid options. Tour our lovely campus, including the recently renovated and expanded Joe and Rosie Rule Student Community Center. 10 4-year degree programs that can be completed at Penn State York, or spend 2 years at the York campus and then move to University Park to finish one of more than 160 Penn State majors available through the 2+2 program. Lunch is provided. We are Penn State. Visit york.psu.edu to register or call 717-771-4040. That's 717-4040.
Every day, Fast Lines helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. Ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Alrighty, we are back here at Small Field in downtown York. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. 34-7 as we prepare to start the second half of the Maple Donuts third quarter here. York High and Southwestern. Bearcats looking to celebrate homecoming with a big win and going to 7-1 overall, and probably put themselves in good position in the thick of the District 3 5A playoffs. You know, for a team that didn't win a game last year, they're quite a turnaround. So Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half, so see if they can hang on to it, move the ball, and call the second half. Garrett, this on.
They're down 27 here to start the third quarter. So quite the uphill climb for the visiting Southwestern Mustangs. They move the ball well when they hold on to it. If it wasn't for the 4 turnovers in the first half, we'd be talking about a much different ball game.
Yeah, I mean, the Bearcats had 272 yards of total offense, but 123 of that came on 2 plays. The 78-yard run by Dorsey, the 45-yard pass to Rideout. So overall, the Mustangs defense has played well, especially considering that they've been on their side of the field almost the whole first half. It's been the turnovers on offense, really, that just, as we said a couple times, it'd be a different ball game if they had not happened.
So right now we have a freshman, number 3. He's not on our roster.
Sorry, I did get that.
It's a freshman. They moved up. He'll do the kicking. Normally it's
Jaleel Rodriguez.
This is
booty.
They'll be kicking it loose to Delonte Shaw. Deep to return for Southwest. Kick. A short kick. Fielded at the 23-yard line. Up to the right. Brought down at the 30. 7-yard return for Nick Boone. And he is brought down for the Bearcat defender, number 9, Blake King. And Huff will come out, operate his offense on the 30-yard line. A left hash moving from our right to left to open up the third quarter for the Southwestern offense. They try come back in their uphill battle, down 27 to York High. Huff is under center. Snap. Pitch to Shaw. Shaw off the right side. Tripped up after a gain of 5 at the 35-yard line. Brought down. And number 18, Josiah Smallwood. Deontay Wilson, 16. In there to bring down Delonte Shaw. And Shaw is a guy, Ron, that can stick his foot in the ground and get upfield.
Absolutely. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. And you know, he unfortunately had the 2 fumbles in the first half, but Shaw is a guy who is a big playmaker for the Mustangs, so they could use him to certainly get loose here in the second half.
Shaw is under center. Felton Wingert in the backfield. Felton, the handoff up the middle, brought down after a short gain of 2. And tackle Robert Rideout in there. Puts his nose on the football. Interesting player to watch. Does it on both sides of the field. Major impact last time we saw York High here at Smallfield.
Yeah. Big third down here. Again, the Mustangs want to hang on to the football. Their goal tonight was to run a lot of long drives, keep the Bearcat offense off the field. Other than the 1 touchdown drive, they haven't been able to do it.
Ball on the right hash, 36-yard line. Huff gets a snap. Handoff to Shaw. Shaw's close to the line to gain. We'll see how they mark it. Looks like there's just going to be enough for a first down. Tripped up. Brought down by multiple Bearcat defenders. You said it, Ron. Crucial first down.
Well, and so Southwestern doing what they needed to do. They moved the chains on the third down play, so they have a fresh set of downs at their own 40.
Huff is under center. Shaw, Felton in the backfield. Wolf, the near side receiver. Huff takes a handoff, gives it to Felton. Felton around the left side. Convoy of blockers. Felton, pop ball out again, a fumble on a play. If the Bearcats recover, it'll be the 5th fumble.
Yeah, I think Adrian White able to fall on that for the Mustangs, but the ball did come out again after a nice gain there. It's going to be a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2, but almost the 5th turnover tonight, other than the heads-up play by the offensive lineman, Adrian White.
So nice chunk of yards. 8-yard gain on the first down. And the Southwestern offense will go 2nd and 2 from the 48-yard line, approaching midfield, moving from our right to left. 9:40 left in the third quarter. Huff under center. It's a snap. Surveys the field. A quick throw in and out of the hands of Sharik Jakes. Slant pattern.
Oh, Gareth, he had that. He had a first down, and he had running room. He was hit in stride number one. He hit him right on the one, and that was a first down, maybe a lot more, and Sharif just didn't look it in.
You've seen that play multiple times. Sharif was able to make a play, got some first downs from it. Had one first down and he fumbled, but they're unable to come up with, and you're right, he had a lot of open real estate. Yeah, 3rd and 2.
Bearcats crowd the line.
Huff gets a handoff. It's a handoff to Shaw. Shaw around the right side. He's got plenty of room. He's out down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 22 yards and brought down by number 14. Not on the roster. Another jersey change for the Bears. I told him, if they're going to change this many jerseys and they can do that, suit me up. I'll get down there.
Well, we'll check here.
So a great run to get into Bearcat territory, set up at the 30-yard line, approaching red zone. Stangs are moving again on offense. And Huff back under center. Higdon. And Shaw in the backfield. The handoff to Higdon, and he is licked and absolutely belted by the defender, Robert Rideout. Talk about him time and time again, what kind of a football player he is. He brings that physical brand, cut from the old cloth of players.
All right, well, Desjure Stewart is now number 14. He was number 1. He's now number 14.
Big number to know.
Yeah, it is.
He's quite involved on both sides of the ball.
Thanks to the folks on the other side of the booth here for updating us.
In the Mustangs, the line of scrimmage. The handoff, Delonte Shaw bunched up on the left side, met by a group of Bearcat defenders, drugged down after a minimal gain.
It's going to be third down at about, see where they marked this, third down about 7. They gave them that to the 27. So 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs in what is almost certainly 4-down territory if they don't pick this up.
3rd and 7, approaching their 9th play of the drive. A drive that started at the 30-yard line of Southwest. And now they will go 3rd and 7 from the 27 of the Bearcats. Center, Sam Hacker over the football. Huff under center. Shaw, Felton in the backfield. Huff will throw over the middle. Good defense, knocked down the pass. I believe that's Robert Rideout.
Well, it was Deontay Wilson. I think
Wilson
got the
with
hand
the defense. And Wyatt Laudicina, the intended receiver, unable to haul it in. And again, 2-down territory, 4th and 7. They're going to go for it.
Well, they'll have to here, and they're down big early in the 3rd quarter and in Bearcat territory at the 27. So it's another big play. And Sean Wolf's going to be up the top of the formation here as Huff breaks the huddle.
Down 27, 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Score is 34-7. Huff will go under center, 2 wide receivers. One to the near side. He looks. Sharif Jakes is the intended receiver. And Huff throws it too far out in front of Wolf. Oh, nearly intercepted by Robert Rideout. And a turnover on downs. We will see Micah and Ciso take over from the 27-yard line of Southwestern.
Well, the Mustangs had a good drive, a couple of first downs. They were moving the ball, but the drive stalls at the Bearcat 27, and so York High takes over with 7:33 left in the 3rd, still up by 27, 34-7.
And Ron, we'll have to keep an eye and see if Southwestern gets worn out on defense or if they continue to battle and persevere. And Ciso from the shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs, one on each side. And a give is up the middle. And it's Dorsey to the right side. Able to get a good gain. And he is met there by number 5, Mason Felton, Southwestern on the tackle.
Picked up about 6 on the play out to the 33, so be 2nd down and 4 from there.
Expect the Bearcats to continue to keep the ball on the ground and work this clock with this 27-point lead. And Ciso back in the shotgun, flanked by Dorsey and Stewart. Handoff to Stewart. Stewart met in the backfield, brought down for a loss of 1. And it was Connor Wilson, Nick Boone on the tackle for the Mustangs. Great job getting upfield, being disruptive in the backfield. Mustangs do their best to dismantle this offensive attack, and Ciso in the backfield. And it's a toss to Dorsey. Dorsey up the middle. And he's met by number 61. Stocco on the tackle. Got the initial hit, was unable to wrap up. And then it was the team defense swarming to the ball to bring down Dorsey. And Smallwood is back to punt. Now fake it, he'll try to run it up the middle. Met by a host of Mustang defenders. And they will not be tricked. John Merrill, the first Mustang on the scene. And I'm sorry, that was 44, Gino White with the carry on the fake punt. Be a turnover on downs for York High. 5:51 left in the third quarter. Huff and the Mustangs offense will take over from the 34-yard line of the Bearcats.
Well, great starting field position for the Mustangs now with 5:51 left in the third, and they need to punch this one into the end zone. Keep themselves with any hope here.
Huff under center. The give to Delonte Shaw, and Shaw met big Nate Phillips, wrestles him to the ground. And after a minimal gain, if any,
yeah, they ended up giving him about a yard there, so it'll be 2nd and 9. But yeah, good play by Phillips. He's a big guy in there, and it takes up a lot of space, and he was able to bring Shaw down for the short gain. You know, almost the 4 fumbles and an interception tonight for Southwestern. I saw a guy on the Bearcat sideline with a hoodie on. Do you think they ought to check to see if the ball's inflated properly?
I'd say there's got to be something. Trick or treat, they got something up their sleeve. And Huff back to work under center. And the give to Shaw. Shaw tripped up immediately after crossing the line of scrimmage. 64. Antonio Jones on the stop. Shaw not able to get much going. Talk about the talent they have in the backfield with Winger, Higdon, Felton, Shaw. Shaw gets a lot of those carries. But really, these Bearcats have been aggressive on defense, doing a good job of winning the battle on the line of scrimmage. Sam Hacker, center, comes out over the football. Huff under center. Wingert in the backfield. Wingert gets the give around the right side. He's got a lead blocker. Wingert close to first down yardage. Be shy 3 yards. And a good 5-yard gain. A good play call. A staple for the Mustangs. The lead blockers going around the right side.
Yeah, that was the guard, Josh Tipton, who pulled that time and got a good lead block to get Wingert the room to run. So it's 4th and 3, and the Mustangs will go.
4th and 3, 3:50 on a rolling clock in the third quarter. Huff under center. 4th and 3, a handoff to Shaw. Shaw up the middle, shakes a tackle, and he's tripped up after he makes the line to gain. Another fresh set. It looks like they might measure. Nope, don't give it. Don't give it. A fresh set of downs.
Shaw's a tough guy to bring down. He's 5'7", just 150 pounds, a senior. But I'll tell you what, he rarely goes down with the first hit.
Shaw's another one of those guys, a one cut back. Sees his hole. Boom, he's gone.
So the Stangs have it at the Bearcat 24 now, 3:25 left in the third, and the York High up 34-7.
Huff under center, one receiver to the near side. And Huff gives the ball up the middle to Shaw. Shaw, the workhorse here in the third quarter. He's met and brought down number 44, Gino White.
So the Mustangs move it into the Weckers Carpet red zone here down to the 17. They're looking at a 2nd down and 3 as the clock ticks to 2:50 in the Maple Donuts third. Another nice drive put together here by the Mustangs, who took over after the Bearcats tried to fake punt and didn't work.
Again, Huff under center. Got two receivers to the right side. And a handoff. Higdon around the right side gets a first down and more. And he's pushed out of bounds. First on the scene is Isaiah Peterson for the Bearcats. Mustangs will get the first down. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Been a heavy dose of Delonte Shaw with a little bit of Wingert Higdon. A nice drive, as this will be the 7th play so far from the 9-yard line. Huff under center, and the give to Shaw up the middle, and he is met immediately in the backfield again. 64, Antonio Jones. He's a big sophomore, 6 foot, 230 pounds. They feed him well here at Small
Yes,
Athletic Field.
So the ball now sits at the 8-yard line. Shaw got a yard out of that. But second and goal from the 8. We'll see if they try to pound it up there or run one of these. They've had a lot of success with Wingert on the little counter play here. See if they go to that.
So they bring Sharif Jakes wide to the left. They like to throw the slant to him. And Sharif gets the call, and it's in and out of his hands. Again.
Yeah.
Sharif Jakes with another drop. A good pass from Derek Huff.
It is. He hits him. I mean, he's put the ball on the money more often than not tonight. Now, Rideout was there. Rideout was pretty close. He may have gotten a hand on that, but I don't think he did. I think Jake failed to bring that one in at about the 3 or 4 yard line. I don't know if he'd have scored, but he'd been right down there. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 8.
Huff breaks the huddle. Sean Wolf wide to the left. Shaw, Felton in the backfield. Huff under center. The winger at the wing back to the left. And Huff rolls out right, naked bootleg. Huff will do the honors. Touchdown, Mustangs.
That was a well-executed play. Huff faked that into the belly of his running back. Everybody bit. He almost casually had the ball in his right hip, hiding it from the defense, and kind of trotted around the right side. And by the time anybody knew he still had the ball, they were too far away to do anything about it. Nobody expected that. That's Huff's first carry of the night, and he trots into the end zone to make it 34-13 with $1:45 left in the 3rd.
And Wes Sneeringer, PAT a flag. Offsides on the defense.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a bootleg run so nonchalantly, and that really helped to sell it, because he looked for all the world like he had handed the ball off, because he didn't really, put it into high gear to get in the end zone for the first 3 or 4 steps. And once everybody bit and he realized they were all going that way, then he kind of pulled the ball off his hip and had those, really this final 6-7 yards to himself.
Yeah, it really looked like he was out there on the dance floor, just a cool customer at homecoming.
He's probably not getting
1, 2, cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, he's not getting invited to the Bearcats homecoming, though.
And Wes Sneeringer will try this again after the false start. Extend the extra point. And he still splits the uprights. And with 1:45 left in the 3rd quarter, Southwestern cuts down the lead. It's 34-14, and we'll take a break.
Unique Physique is now accepting clients for personal training for mornings and evenings. Sports-specific training customized for your son or daughter's specific need. Whether it's weight loss, toning up, or getting in shape, maybe an upcoming wedding, John Kirchner has helped train hundreds of satisfied clients reach their goals. John is a sports performance coach with a master's in exercise science and injury prevention. Improve your performance, get better, get stronger, get faster. Start now. Immediate openings available. Call John at 873-0234. Unique Physique, 3432 East Market Street, York.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we're back at Smallfield in downtown York, 34-14. The Bearcats still up big, but a nice touchdown drive by the Mustangs. And Gareth, you can't help but think, if they hadn't had those turnovers in the first half, and they've been able to do that, which we've seen them do now when they didn't turn it over, this could be a tight ball game.
It really could be. Their defense has played well. They've limited the Bearcats to a minimum number of explosive offensive plays, which is tough to do against York High. And we've seen them move the ball on offense when they hold on to the ball.
A fast signs kick coming here from Dylan Weaver, and then we'll get you our scoring recap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Market. Try and get you York Traditions Bank scoreboard update. They bounce it along the ground, and it's picked up by Blake King, one of the up guys, and he's out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from there for the Bearcats. The hit made on special teams by Austin Furman. And we will have our scoring recap now from Brown's Orchards and Farm Market.
Southwest goes 9 plays, travels 76 yards. I'm sorry, 76 yards. Nope, I was right. 66 yards. They finished with an 8-yard touchdown run as quarterback Derek Huff gets his first rushing touchdown of the year. And now we sit York 34, Southwest 14.
All right, the Bearcats come out. We'll get you a York Traditions Bank scoreboard update as we can. 3rd quarter, big one in D1. Red Lion leading Central 14-7 as the Lions try and remain unbeaten. The Lone 42, Fairfield nothing also, and that's in the 4th quarter. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at their 40.
So here's Anciso out of the shotgun. And in motion. Goes his receiver. It's a handoff to Dorsey. Dorsey on the right side. He's bottled up. Tries to get back to the left side. And unable to make something out of nothing. Brought down in the backfield by Aaron Hill, the 6', 245-pound senior. Great job corralling explosive Tyler Dorsey.
And just remember, DeJure Stewart's wearing number 14 now. That strange guy out there. Changed jerseys at halftime on us.
So Anciso in the shotgun. Rolls to his left side. And he's looking that way. It is DeJure Stewart, the intended receiver. The ball hits the ground as he slides to the ground and tries to get his hands underneath the catch, but incomplete. The ball hits the turf. And it'll be 3rd and 11 for Anciso in the Bearcats offense.
Quick scores for you from York Traditions Bank in the 4th quarter. Dover 35, Suburban nothing. Eagles looking to remain unbeaten in the division, and Kennedale leading Eastern 27-13 in the 3rd.
Bearcats go from the 39-yard line, the right hash. In motion is DeJure Stewart. And Ciso take the pass to DeJure, and it's a handoff to Dorsey up the middle. Great job on defense, number 14, Wyatt Latacina. Able to corral Tyler Dorsey after a 5-yard gain. And it'll be 4th and 6 from the 44-yard line. And Ciso in the shotgun. And he moves Tyler Dorsey to his left. No, I'm sorry, that's DeJure Stewart.
And Stewart, I think, may have been in punt formation there. Flags fly, though, and it's illegal procedure against the Bearcats, so that'll move them back and make it, was 4th down and about 6. That'll make it 4th and 11, and more likely a punt for the Bearcats here, brought to you by Unique Physique.
So they lined up in a shotgun formation, and they move DeJure Stewart back a few steps, and they'll kick out of this formation. A nice kick goes over the head of Delonte Shaw, bounces at the 24, and it rolls down to the 15-yard line. And that is where Derek Huff and the Southwestern Mustangs offense will take over with 19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And York High with a commanding 20-point lead, 34-14.
York Traditions Bank scoreboard update for you. Gettysburg leading Daniel Boone at the half, 21-7. Littlestown 13, Biglerville nothing in the 3rd. Dallastown over New Oxford at halftime, 42-0. Northeastern leading Grove 33-23 at the half. West York over Susquehannock 28-7. That's still a 2nd quarter score. That's got to be later than that. At the half, York Catholic 38 and Bermudian 14. That's a shocker. And Hanover over York Tech 45-12 in the 3rd.
Huff goes to work with Felton in the backfield. And hand off to Felton around the left side. After a gain of 6, Felton is brought down by number 13, Seth Bernstein, and 64, Antonio Jones. With the help on defense, 2nd and 4. That's going to end the 3rd quarter for us here at Smalls Athletic Field. We'll take a break, and we will come back to start our York Mitsubishi 4th quarter.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Weckers is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Weckers Flooring Center, Route 30, Home Exit.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
To celebrate the greatness of our country, to sound the call to patriotism, Maple Donuts takes a stand, not a knee. Every football Sunday for the entire football season, every Maple Donut location will feature fresh red, white, and blue donuts as a sign of respect for those who have served and who serve today. To those veterans of America's military, Maple Donut stands with you.
Welcome back to Small Athletic Field. You know, on 2nd and 5, Huff takes a snap and throws it at his receiver's feet. And it was number 25, Grayson Wingert, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he never turned around to look for that one. He was running a different play. He was running a fly pattern. I think Huff thought he was going to pull up, do a little button hook there, but he never did. So it's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 now. The ball at the Mustang 21.
Reiterate, 3rd and 5. Ball's in the middle of the field. 20-yard line moving from our left to right. And Huff is under center with Felton and Shaw in the backfield. A handoff to Shaw. Shaw makes a move up the middle. Is met by, again, big 64 Antonio Jones on the tackle after a gain of 2. Also Joshua Griffith to help out Jones with the tackle. 4th and 3. So we expect a punt, but we also expect the unexpected. If we've seen first-year head coach Chris Heilman throw caution to the wind multiple times in this game, going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, Nick Boone on the fake punt, but they're deep in their own territory now as their 11th man just comes trotting onto the field here. Getting his helmet strapped up there is Eric David Salea. And it's going to be a delay of game as they were late getting the 11th man on, so that'll move them back 5 for Sneeringer to punt it away with 11:10 left in the 4th quarter. Brought to you, by the way, by York Mitsubishi.
It's just they haven't had a lot of practice at punting tonight. It's been either a turnover on downs or a fumble or an interception. We've had 3 fumbles, 1 interception in the first half. Various turnovers on downs. As I said, caution thrown to the wind. And Sneeringer awaits the snap for the kick, gets the punt off, and it'll bounce at the 44-yard line, and it's picked up there by Dejor Stewart. Stewart losing ground back to the 40 of the Bearcats, and he's brought down at the 43-yard line. And a tackle is made by number 41, Austin Furman, for the Mustangs.
Well, Stewart trying to make a big play there, fielded it on the bounce over his shoulder, but gave up ground and never got most of it back. And so the Bearcats will take over. Still in pretty good field position, though, at their own 42 with a 20-point lead. 10:57 left here in our York Mitsubishi 4th quarter.
Expect the Bearcats to come out, keep the ball on the ground for the most part, and work this clock. But don't be surprised if you see a shot downfield. Anciso in the shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs. And the give is up the right side to Nigel Williams. And he is met in the backfield by multiple Mustang defenders. Leading the charge is Dalton Stocco on the tackle. 6'2", 240-pound junior. It's a tackle for loss. That sets the Bearcats up at the 40-yard line.
Now, Stacco's played a good game tonight for Chris Heilman on the defensive line. He's had several tackles and a couple tackles for loss, and he's a guy who'll be back next year as well.
He's been a stout player for them. Xavier Ramos, the center, over the football. Big Nate Phillips at the wing position.
And we have a delay, I think, here as the back judge throws his flag. And that usually is the delay unless somebody called a timeout. Nope, delay against the Bearcats. So that'll move back 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 17 from the 35-yard line. They were late getting some guys on the field that time as well.
Bearcats get caught trying to adjust their personnel late. And the delay penalty will set them up at the 35-yard line with a 2nd and 16 to throw down the right side. And Ciso aiming for wide receiver Robert, wide out and on the coverage.
Josh Higdon back there on the coverage that time, and he was pretty much step for step with him, Gareth, and Ciso showed the good arm that time and really threw it about 7 yards too far. Out through everybody on that one, so it's going to leave the Bearcats 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 at their 35.
So out comes Nate Phillips, in trots wide receiver Anthony Jamison, and Ciso will go from the gun. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the right, and Ciso rolls to the left, gets pressure, tries to tuck the ball and run, but with the stout defense, it's Aaron Hill, number 77, able to get the sack and force the Bearcats into a 4th and 20 situation.
Well, you would expect this would be a punt, but you never know. The Bearcats, Dejair Stewart is their punter, so of course he'll take the snap and he can do one of many things back there. He did kick it the last time he got it, though, in this position. If it is, it's a unique physique punt.
Dejair gets the snap, and it's a punt off the left side of his foot. A high punt, not far, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. And a timeout. We'll take a break, come back. More of our 4th quarter.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/Urgent Orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event featuring the 2017 Outlander Sport starting at just $18,900 or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating with up to $4,000 in savings, and the 2017 Mirage G4 that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for only $11,990. And as always, every new Mitsubishi gets our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. York Mitsubishi just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishi's always cost less.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
So Felton on 1st and 10 gets 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Huff in the shotgun. The handoff to Shaw. Shaw around the left side. Has some space, so he's up by the 1st down. Pushed out of bounds. The 44-yard line of the Bearcats. And that's a good 12-yard gain for Delonte Shaw, the speedy back. Gets the edge and the 1st down.
He's been the workhorse tonight, Gareth. 20 carries tonight for Delonte Shaw. We'll total up the numbers. Not big numbers, but he's kept at it with the running game.
Kudos to his offensive line for staying with it, led by the center, Sam Hacker. Over the football is Huff. Works out of the shotgun, flanked by running back on each side, and the give to Felton. Felton again belted. And it's number 18, Josiah Smallwood. The linebacker comes in. He's a senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. And he lays the lumber. Seen it multiple times tonight.
Yep, Shaw with a total of 88 yards on 22 carries tonight for the Southwestern Mustangs. Move under 8 minutes left in the game. The Bearcats still up by 20.
2nd and 9 for Huff and the Mustangs from the 45-yard line. The Bearcats. Huff gets the snap, and it's a screen to Shaw. Shaw makes a move up the right side and brought down at the 43-yard line. Good job by the defense of the Bearcats swarming to the ball, retracing their steps on the screenplay, and Blake King gets down to corral Shaw and make the tackle. So the Mustangs will come out, see a 3rd and 3 from the 39-yard line of the Bearcats. Continue this methodical drive. Got the possession with 9 minutes and 12 seconds. We approach 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Huff in his shotgun. Higdon motions out to the slot. 2 running backs in the backfield. The handoff is to Shaw. Shaw around the right side. And after a short gain, he'll be 1 yard shy of the line to gain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Stangs will go for it here. Down 20 with 6:40 left at the Bearcat 37-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Ball on the right hash. And I believe
got a man down. Got a man down for Southwestern. Cannot see who that is. So
it's Delaunche Shaw.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Looked like he was holding his midsection there, so he may have gotten taken a hard hit there. I didn't see anything right after the play, but he's rolling over and trying to.
So he made his way back to the huddle, moving slowly, and then takes a knee in the huddle.
All right.
Safety first.
Yep, he's standing up now, a bit groggily, but he is standing, so that's good. Okay, a scoreboard update from York Traditions here as we have a second. Fourth quarter still, Red Lion leading Central 14-7, and a big one in D1. DeLone has defeated Fairfield 42-6. Dover leading Suburban 42-8 in the fourth as the Eagles will remain unbeaten in division play. Kennerdale 35-19 over Eastern as the Rams look to get back within a game of 500. Gettysburg leading Daniel Boone 21-7 in the fourth. The third quarter, Littlestown 19, Biglerville nothing. Dallastown over to Oxford 55-0 in the third. Still no update. Halftime, Northeastern leading Spring Grove 33-23. In the fourth quarter now, West York 28, Susquehannock 21. So the Warriors have come back in Glen Rock. 41-20, York Catholic leading Bermudian in the fourth. That's a shocker. And Hanover 52, York Tech 12 in the fourth. Here it is, 4th down and 1 for Southwestern to the Bearcat 37.
We'll see Huff go under center. 4th and 1 from the 37. He's going to keep it and pushed in the back. Some help from his main guys, Josh Higdon. Helps Huff get past the line of game. And from the 34-yard line, the Mustangs have a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Huff's a big guy, 6'4", 190, a junior. I thought that was a good time to run that quarterback sneak. They only needed a yard and moved up behind his center, Sam Hacker, and the guards, Adrian White and Josh Tippin, and they did the job.
Hacker over the ball. A snap to Huff in the shotgun. Huff looks left. He throws it to his receiver, Sharif Jakes. And the ball is contested and tipped. Great defense by number 8, Jalen Bryant, step for step with Sharif Jakes.
Yeah, Jakes had a step on him there, but I think Huff maybe put a little bit too much air under that one, allowed the defender to go up and make the play, but it was a good defensive play and ride out. Then almost had a diving interception there, but it falls to the ground. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the Bearcat 34. Still York High up 34-14. 6:02 left here at our York Mitsubishi fourth quarter.
The rideout's one of those players, just flies around on defense, just pops up around the ball in times when you wouldn't expect it. Huff in the shotgun, gets a snap. It's a handoff to Felton. Felton around the right side. Again, we see it met immediately by multiple defenders, and leading the charge for the Bearcats is number 66, Trey Bernstein. Also in on the play, Josiah Smallwood. So a gain of 1, 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs from the 38-yard line.
This kind of ball control is what the Mustangs wanted to do in the first half, Gareth, but they couldn't hang on to the ball. An interception and 3 fumbles.
So here's Huff out of the shotgun in the backfield. With him is Higdon and Felton. Winger in the slot, and it's a screen to Higdon. Higdon around the left side, follows his blockers. He's hit after a gain of 3, and that will be it. He stopped at the 31-yard line by multiple Bearcats.
Yep, so down to the 30, and that's going to leave a 4th down and 6, and the Mustangs are going to have to go for it, of course, down by 20 with 4:50 left in the game. That looked promising. He had a couple blockers out front, but the Bearcats caught up to him and were able to bring Higdon down for just that short gain.
Huff works with a 4th and 6 from the 30-yard line, and it's Higdon, Felton in the backfield to the near side. 2 receivers, Wolf and Winger. Wolf is the intended receiver, makes the catch on a slant pass down the yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Stop the clock to move the chains. The Mustangs keep marching.
Well, and you said it, Garrett. That's been a successful play for them tonight several times, and a couple other ones, frankly, Jake's dropped. So they move it 10-yard gain to the 20 right at the Weckers Carpet red zone, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And I was curious because normally you see they bring out Jakes, but that time they bring out Sean Wolf. And Jakes now the receiver to the top side of the formation, the handoff to Higdon. Not much doing up the middle for Higdon. See a great job by this defensive front.
Yeah, Blake King again, and 1-yard gain for Higdon, so he's 2nd and 9 from the 19.
They're really keeping these backs to minimal gains up the middle. But Southwestern finding more success when they get to the edge and have a convoy of blockers. Under center is Huff. Higdon in the backfield. Winger in the backfield. The Wolf is a near receiver. The give is to Higdon. Higdon around the right side. Higdon hitting the backfield by Smallwood. Able to shake Smallwood's tackle, brought down after a gain of 3. And he is met by number 62, William Molina.
Well, 3rd and 6 at the 16, but it's 4-down territory, with 3:14 left. Mustangs aren't going to win this thing, but I'll tell you what, looking at them, they do not look like a 2-5 team. And they got blown out by Central and by Dallastown. Now, they're good teams, but I have to wonder if they didn't have some key turnovers or penalties or something. Because if they hadn't had those turnovers, this could be a drive for a winning touchdown right now if they hadn't had those 4 turnovers in the first half.
Huff goes under center. Higdon in the backfield. And throws to the left side. Sharif Jakes with another slant and a catch and fights for more yards down to the 2-yard line. A nice play by Sharif Jakes. Makes up for those 2 drop passes, but not quite for the catch and fumble he had earlier.
Yeah, but that was a great catch. He caught it with the hands as the ball was thrown kind of high, but he grabbed it with both hands. Then he dragged the defender another 6 yards down to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Mustangs from the Bearcat 2.
Huff works under center. Higdon winger in the backfield. And a give up the middle to Higdon. Higdon pounds his way to the center of that defense, and he is denied.
Got to the 1, but not in, so 2nd and goal from the 1 now.
Big Nate Phillips, the first Bearcat to meet Josh Higdon.
It's all about leverage, right? Low man wins. Those offensive linemen got to get under the pads of those defenders and move them back.
Name of the game, low man wins. So here we go to the line of scrimmages. Huff under center. Higdon, Felton in the backfield. Wingback is Winger, and the give is up the middle to Higdon. Higdon plows his way forward for the touchdown. The Mustangs on the board again with 1:46 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Higdon's 4th rushing touchdown of the season as he gets into the end zone for the first time tonight. Makes it 34-20, just a minute 46 or a minute 46 remaining. So it's going to be too little too late for the Mustangs, but they showed some heart in continuing to play hard down the stretch here.
West Sneeringa will line up for the point after attempt. To hold, Sean Wolf. Good snap. Kick is blocked.
I think that was DeJure Stewart that got through and got that when he came from the left side, and the right side of the offense and left side of the defense got the hand on it, so blocks it. 1:46 remaining, 34-20. The Bearcats are up. We'll take a break on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Watt Barbershop has 2 barbers with over 75 years of combined expert experience. Watt Barbershop has 2 licensed barbers who have done hair replacement demonstrations all over the country. There's only one answer, and that's YAIAA. Located at 2030 South Queen Street in York, this family-owned business has been serving York since 1972. For hair replacements, for chemo and fashion wigs for men and women, for a relaxing grooming experience, and for the best in the business, visit or call YAIAA at 854-8258.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
And back to Smallfield in downtown York. Ron Room and Gareth, his song here is the Mustangs put it in the end zone to make it 34-20, and we'll probably have an onside kick coming up here, and we'll have our fast signs kick from Dylan Weaver, and then we'll get our scoring recap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets.
Talk about trick or treat. We'll see what Dylan Weaver has up his sleeve. They don't line up in the onside formation. But Dillon will stay close to the ball, so expect a short kick. Weaver on the approach. Onside kick to the left side, and it's recovered immediately. Good hands by the hands team. We're looking for a number from the Bearcats to see who corralled the ball. Number 8, Jalen Bryant.
Yeah, he did the job. It bounced up, hit him in the chest. He just covered it, went straight down, and they'll have it at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. With 1:45 left, Bearcats can pretty much run this baby out.
So the last drive for Southwest, they went 9 plays, 7 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. 60-yard drive, finished with a 2-yard touchdown run. Josh Higdon did the honors. York 34, Southwest 20. Yeah, flag.
Referee threw that one, so we'll see. Was it a delay? No, illegal substitution, they say, against the Bearcats. So that'll move them back 5. Poor Gareth, again, not to make to beat the drum so much, but that is exactly the drive that Southwestern wanted in the first half when this was still anybody's ball game, and they just couldn't do it because they kept turning the ball over. They put together 1 or 2 of those drives in the first half. I'm telling you, we could be going down to the wire here.
And I think turnovers were the issue in the other games where you said you're surprised by how much they lost, by how they looked tonight. And I think it's been the issue for them all year. It's been the narrative. And the handoff goes to Dejor Stewart. Stewart around the left side, able to fight off some would-be tacklers still in the backfield trying to make a move. It looks like he's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nobody can corral Dejon Stewart. He's warming up for the dance floor. A homecoming weekend for the Bearcats.
I think he got 1 yard out of all that. That was a Barry Sanders run from back in the day. Any of you old enough to remember Barry Sanders with the Oklahoma State Cowboys and then the Detroit Lions. We have a timeout here. It's going to be 2nd down about 14. But Bearcats are going to go to 7-1. And, these guys are going to be a handful. And they've got New Oxford next week, so, you got to play them all. But they should be able to win that one if they keep their heads on straight. And then they'll have a showdown with Central in the final weekend of the season. And that could be for a lot because, we've got some big games coming up in D1. Central trying to hang in there in 6A. That's a tough one because the problem now with Red Lion, Dallastown Central, all the teams they play in league are smaller in classification. York High in the 5A district playoffs, and of course they're both 1 game behind Red Lion, as is Dallastown, as far as the league standings go. So it's going to be competitive down the stretch. And the 4th quarter now, Red Lion has taken a 2-touchdown lead over Central, 21-7, as the Lions trying to go to 8-0 and 5-0 in the league. So we will keep you posted and get you the rest of the scores as we can as well.
2nd and 15. Ciso out of the shotgun, gets a snap, takes a shot down the left side to Robert Rideout. Corrals the catch at the 15, fights his way towards the end zone, finally drug out by a Southwestern defender at the 2-yard line. Eric David Salaya on the defense. Robert Rideout, impressive wide receiver.
Has a 57-yard pass from Anciso to Rideout, and it's 1st and goal as the Bearcats enter the Weckers Carpet red zone.
So Anciso and the offense of the Bearcats will work from the 3-yard line. Under center is Anciso. Dorsey in the backfield. Anciso keeps it up the middle and immediately drug back number 14, Wyatt Latacina on the stop. So the Bearcats rebuffed on attempt from the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. The clock ticks under 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Bearcats 34, Mustangs 20. And looks like Russ Stoner will let the clock run down, take a timeout.
Bearcats have 2 timeouts, or 3 timeouts remaining. So they can certainly afford to use one here as they try and get in the end zone one more time. And that they do with 29 seconds left. A couple scores for you, Gareth. Gave you the Red Line up 2 touchdowns now over Central in the 4th, 21-7. DeLone defeats Fairfield 42-6, so the Squires keep their district playoff hopes alive. Dover in division play 42-8 over Suburban in the 4th quarter. Kennedale 35, Eastern 19 as the Rams will move to close to back to 500 now. The better season for them, a rebound season certainly. Gettysburg over Daniel Boone, 21-7 in the 4th non-league game. Littlestown over Biglerville, 19-0 in the 3rd. 4th quarter, Dallastown 61, New Oxford 0. Boy, tough season for the Colonials. In the fourth quarter, Northeastern about to get off the schneid in league play. They lead Spring Grove 46-30. West York hanging on against Susky 28-21 in the fourth. York Catholic 41, Bermudian 26, as the Eagles make a bit of a comeback there, but that's in the fourth quarter, and Hanover's defeated York Tech 52-12.
Scoreboard update brought to you by York Traditions Bank. And Ciso out of the shotgun. Second and goal from the 4. And Ciso, the give to Dorsey. Dorsey met in the backfield. Great defense from the Mustangs. Brought down by multiple Mustang
I think Aaron Hall, the big defensive tackle, was one of the first guys in there, and a yard lost for Dorsey. But that's it. The clock's going to run out. Set our final score: the York High Bearcats 34 and the Southwestern Mustangs 20. So the Bearcats roll to 7-1 on the season. Our Penn State York postgame show comes your way next.
You've been thinking of going to college and you would like to play sports when you get there? Join our team. Earn a Penn State degree and continue to play the sports you love. 6 collegiate sports are now available, including baseball, soccer, men's basketball, women's softball, and women's volleyball. For more information, check out our website at PennStateYorkSports.com. Once again, that's PennStateYorkSports.com.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event featuring the 2017 Outlander Sport starting at just $18,900 or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating with up to $4,000 in savings, and the 2017 Mirage G4 that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for $11,990. And as always, every new Mitsubishi gets our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishi's always cost less.
To celebrate the greatness of our country, to sound the call to patriotism, Maple Donuts takes a stand, not a knee. Every football Sunday for the entire football season, every Maple Donut location will feature fresh red, white, and blue donuts as a sign of respect for those who have served and who serve today. To those veterans of America's military, Maple Donuts stands with you.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
All right, it's a happy homecoming here for the York High Bearcats as they move to 7-1 on the season and 4-1 in league play. Southwestern will fall to 2-6. But again, I think the Mustangs are a better team than that from what we saw out here tonight. And it looks like they're tending to a player out on the field there, so I'm not sure what happened after the game. Hopefully nothing serious. But the Bearcats on homecoming do win an impressive show, 34-20 tonight. Let's get our scoring recap now from grounds, orchards, and farm markets.
Scoring commenced on the opening drive for the York Bearcats. They went 7 plays, 69 yards, finished with a 15-yard touchdown run. Khalid Dorsey, his 16th rushing touchdown of the year with 9:43 left in the first quarter after a failed 2-point conversion. York 6, Southwest 0. And ensuing possession ended in a fumble, which was returned for a touchdown. Seth Bernstein for the Bearcats. 6:15 left in the first quarter. York 12, Southwest 0. Next possession, Southwest takes the ball. 6 plays, 58 yards, finished with a 14-yard touchdown run. For his 4th rushing touchdown of the year, it was Belanche Shaw doing the honors with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. York 12, Southwestern 7. And it was York High responding with a 2-play, 80-yard drive, and it was a 78-yard touchdown run. Explosive Khalid Dorsey with 8 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter. York 18, Southwestern 7. York again on the next possession, 4 plays, 61 yards. It was a 45-yard touchdown pass. Micah and Ciso connects with Robert Rideout. 5:23 left in the first half. Score 26-7 then. It was a 4-play, 55-yard drive by the Bearcats, finished with a 4-yard touchdown run. Micah and Ciso, with 28 seconds left before halftime, gave us our halftime score. York 34, Southwest 7. And in the second half, only Southwest made noise on the scoreboard, but it was too little too late. Their first score in the second half was a 9-play, 65-yard drive, 8-yard touchdown run. Derek Huff to cap off the drive with a minute and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. York 34, Southwestern 14. Our final score of the night was a 9-play, 60-yard drive, 7 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock for Southwest. And Josh Higdon, 2-yard touchdown run with a minute 46 left in the fourth quarter, gave us our final score, Southwestern 20 and Homecoming Kings York High 34.
All right, and our scoring recap from Brown's Orchards and Farm Markets here on our Penn State York postgame show. Take a break and back with our postgame stats courtesy of WellSpan right after this.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Back at Small Athletic Field on homecoming, the York High Bearcats send the fans home happy with a 30-20 win over Southwestern, moved to 7-1 on the year and 4-1 in the league. Our final stats now courtesy of WellSpan Sports Medicine for the Mustangs. Delinche Shaw, 21 carries, 90 yards, 1 touchdown tonight. That a 14-yard run. Josh Higdon, 7 carries for 13 yards. He also had a 1-yard touchdown. Grayson Wingard, 9 carries for 40 yards tonight. Mason Felton, 8 carries, 32 yards. QB Derek Huff, 2 carries, 11 yards, including an 8-yard touchdown run on a bootleg. And Nick Boone on the fake punt, 1 carry, 7 yards, 48 rushes, 203 yards for the Mustangs tonight. Through the air, Derek Huff, 10 of 19 for 90 yards, 1 interception. The leading receiver was Sharif Jakes, 3 catches for 31 yards. Sean Wolf had 2 for 30. Garrett Wilson, 2 for 14. Delinche Shaw, 2 for 12. And Josh Higdon, 1 for 3. 293 total yards for the Mustangs. For the victorious York High Bearcats on the ground, Khalid Dorsey, 15 carries, 156 yards. A big touchdown run of 78 yards. Another of 15 for his 2 scores on the ground tonight. Dejair Stewart was bottled up this evening. 4 carries for a negative 15 yards for Stewart this evening. Micah Anciso, 5 carries, a net of -1, but he did have a 4-yard touchdown run. Nigel Williams, 7 carries for 45 yards, and Gino White, 1 for 0. 32 carries, 185 yards for the Bearcats tonight. Through the air, Anciso, 6 of 13, 149 yards, 1 touchdown, that a 45-yarder to Rob Rideout. Rideout had 4 catches for 132 yards tonight. Khalid Dorsey, 1 for 11, and Dejair Stewart, 1 for 6. 334 yards on the ground tonight for the Bearcats as they win it 34-20. As the Bearcat band takes the field, we'll take a break, come back with our best yet, our neighborhood Sure Save Markets player of the game and our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA.
Keep up to date on Penn State football all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I'll have Penn State updates Wednesdays through Fridays. Hear from Coach James Franklin and key players as the Nittany Lions for Saturday's game. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets, financial advisor Dave Sprinkle, and Penn State York. Get the latest on Penn State football on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get your football parties started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save Markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Market in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in sports.
And we're back at Small Field for a final time here tonight. As the Bearcats win at 34-20 to go to 7-1 on the season overall. The Bearcat band takes the field. Time now for our neighborhood Sure Save Markets player of the game.
The homecoming king, in the words of Dennis Green, You want to crown them? They crown them. Something like that. It went something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But the running back, captain, and homecoming king, number 21, Khalid Dorsey. 15 totes for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Impressive athlete. So much fun to watch. Appreciate him illustrating his athletic talents tonight.
Absolutely. So Dorsey, our neighborhood Sure Save Markets player of the game, as the Bearcat band plays behind us here. Time now for our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard. And still no final from Redline, but the Lions leading Central 21-7 in the fourth quarter, so we assume that holds up. They go to 8-0 and 5-0. Impressive year for Jesse Shea and the guys. DeLone, your alma mater, beats Fairfield 42-6 to keep their playoff hopes alive for the districts. Over 42, Suburban 8 in the fourth, so the Eagles will go to 4-0 in league play and keep their Division II hopes alive. Kennedale leading Eastern 35-19 in the fourth, so rebound season for the Rams continues. Non-league, Gettysburg over Daniel Boone 21-7 in the fourth. Littlestown's defeated Biglerville 26-0 as the Bolts will keep their playoff hopes alive. Dallastown 62-0 over New Oxford in the fourth, so the Wildcats will remain one game behind Red Lion in the league standings. West York still fourth quarter score leading Susky 28-21. That's huge. If Susquehannock loses, then they fall a game behind Dover in the league. Right now, those are the only 2 undefeated teams in division play in Division II. Big one for York Catholic. 41-26, they lead the Bermudian Springs Eagles. That would be huge for them in the point standings. They're battling DeLone right now for a playoff spot in District 3 AA. DeLone has the edge. So DeLone, with their win tonight over Fairfield, I think is single A. So this win over a very good 6-1 Bermudian team, which is, I think, 4A, would really help York Catholic. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. And Hanover defeats York Tech 52-12. And that is our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard show. So that's going to do it for us. Hershey Bears hockey is coming your way next, so don't go away. So now for Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station. For the very last time, Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time. You're a good man, and our paths will cross again, my friend. My partner, Gareth Hissong. I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.